Welcome to this episode of Musically Zone Talks Boxing. I'm your host, MZ, and we're going to talk about it. This episode comes to you by way of HW Weeks Handcrafted Candles. The Block Fam, which started on Marlowe's Corner, we just keeping it going. Track Titans, who gives us our beautiful music. And we got one more. We got Plaque Associations, who's giving us a new sound. And we're going to go ahead and start it off with that. We'll be right back to keep the
I melt the microphones instead of cones of ice cream. I get a craving like I fiend for nicotine, but I don't need a cigarette, know what I mean. Soon as the bass kicks, I need a fix. Give me a stage and a mic and a mix. You see a part of me that you never see when I'm feeling for a microphone. I'm the microphone. I'm the mic. I'm the mic. I'm the microphone. It's a must that I bust any mic you hand to me. It's inherited, it runs in the family. I broke a mind that broke the bull's back. If that don't slow 'em up, I carry a full pack. Soon as the bass kicks, I need a fix. Give me a stage and a mic and a mix. You see a part of me that you never see when I'm feeling for a microphone. I'm the microphone fiend. I'm the mic. I'm the mic. I'm the microphone fiend. More than dope, you're trying to move away, but you can't. You're broke. More than cracked up, you should have backed up. For those that act up, need to be more than smacked up. Any entertainer, I got a torture chamber 101, and I'm the remainder. So close your eyes and hold your breath, and I'ma hit you with the blow of death. Before you go, you remember, you see the microphone fiend. I'm the mic. I'm the mic. I'm the microphone.
That was the Smooth Sounds from 1977, Rakim, the Soul Wiz. That comes to us by the way of Plaque Association, created by my brother DeCane, who happens to be joining us early tonight. We're going to go ahead and hit you with one more. And then we're going to jump on into things and get things rolling. I mean, rolling like they supposed to be. We got Godson and the Esco Band featuring that boy with the smooth sounds. Nice.
Set the donkey, watching Gandhi till I'm charged in, writing in my book of rhymes. All the words past the margin, to hold the mic I'm throbbing. Mechanical movement, understandable smooth shit. The murderers move with each beat, baby at night. They won't act right. The fiend of hip hop has got you stuck like a crack pot. Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Is this? It's yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? The world is yours. It's mine, it's yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? The world is yours. It's mine, it's yours. Mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. The sweat off my dome, spit the flame on the streets, sway Tim's on my feet. This makes my cipher complete. Whether cruising in a 6-cab or Montero Jeep, I can't call it. The beats make me falling asleep. I keep falling, but never falling 6 feet deep. I'm out for presidents to represent me. Say what? I'm out for presidents to represent me. Say what? I'm out for dead presidents to represent me. Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Is this? It's yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? The world is yours. It's mine, it's yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? The world is yours. It's mine. Born alone, die alone. No clue to keep my crown or throne. I'm deep by sound alone, caved inside 1,000 miles from home. I need a new nigga for this black cloud to follow. Cause while it's over me, it's too dark to see tomorrow. Trying to maintain our flip, fill the clip to the tip. Hit your in, my beats not eating, it can make my heartbeat skip. Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's yours. What is this? It's yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. For everybody in Queens, the foundation It's your world is yours. The world is yours. Everybody uptown, yo. The world is yours. It's yours. It's your world is yours. The world is yours. To everybody in Brooklyn, the world is yours. It's yours. It's your world is yours. Everybody in Mount Vernon, the world is yours. Oh, now the world is yours. It's yours. Staten Island, yeah. The world is yours. South Bronx, the world is yours. It's yours. And let me get them all over the world. The world is yours.
Welcome to those who are here with us right now. That was the Smooth Sounds, The World Is Yours, 1972 edition from Godson and the Esco Band, brought to you by Plaque Association. Now, for those of you who are here, glad you made it. Let me start off by saying the world tells us today that today is Black History Month, but we know that every day, every month, is Black History Month. And this weekend that just passed was a great way to add to a glorious history when it came down to boxing. We got Eric R in the house, our brother Ernest Davis, my favorite producer, a.k.a. Manny Draper, Texas Timbo, Maestro. Glad to see you in the building. So we're going to start off by saying, I got my brother DeCane, who just slid up in here, who is also the author and proprietor of Plaque Associations. How you doing, my brother? What's going on?
What's poppin', man? Glad to be here. The world is yours.
That's right. That's right. That's a nice little tune. Yeah, I know they missed out on the microphone thing. We might have to get that brother from back in the day, Smooth Sounds of Rakim, to come back through here. Got Kenny Duckworth lined up also that we're gonna try to get added into the show later on. You know, Kenny Duckworth came through in 1975. Nice jam. I'm gonna unleash it on the people, let them hear it. The first Not Like Us.
Word.
But you know, this weekend of boxing was cool. We got Gil Coles in the building. He's saying salute, OG. What's going on with you? Glad to see you able to slide through and join us. I'm kind of laying back a little bit, try to let the family get in here, and so, you know, everybody can get their feet up, get them something to sip on, something to, you know, smoke, or whatever it is that they do in order to feel good. We glad you here tonight. I got to give shouts out to Shoo Carrington, or should I say Shoo New York, or is it Shoo York? Because he went out there and handled his business and got a beautiful knockout in his fight.
Yeah, early contender for knockout of the year.
That's smooth.
Nice little combination. Yeah.
It was, man, the way he pop, pop, pow. Old boy just fell down like somebody should have said, Timber.
Yeah, that was beautiful, man.
That was beautiful. Champ Ralston slid into the building. What's up, my brother? Champ Ross is in the house. Going on. Let me go ahead and say early, because I missed out in the beginning, if you feel like you can pick some fights and you got it in you to pick fights, you need to go ahead and join up with the Champ Ross Fantasy Boxing League. You can catch it on Facebook. He got a channel on YouTube as well. He got longevity. He's been around for some years. He gives away cash prizes, first, second, and third. But don't you go in there slipping thinking that you're just going to go in there and snatch up the prize, because it's a bunch of smart boxing minds in there that picks fights. And I'm talking about picking the round, the knockout, if you're going to win by unanimous, split, whatever kind of decision, whatever you think that fight is going to bring that night, you need to go ahead and join up. He got longevity, like I said. One of the best boxing fantasy leagues that I've seen. So you need to go ahead and see if you can't do that.
And don't be surprised if you go over there and get your ass kicked by a girl.
Oh yes, that's right. Let's go ahead and get that out real quick, because there are some females in that Champ Ross Champ Ross League that are cold, some natural born killers. So when you go over there, you better have your hard hat and your lunch pail because you're gonna have to put in work. And this channel boasts a lot of the champions and great pickers over there. 0.5s, 0.3s. You know, Trey X joins us. He was the first Block Fam champion from Champ Ross. So y'all need to know, go ahead and get it together. With that being said,
like I said, names Napoleon being the most recent.
Oh yeah, that's right. Napoleon Armstrong just pulled off the last season. You got to help me out, bro, because I'm so excited about tonight. Period. My mind is just everywhere when it comes down to it. Getting a chance to put your music out from Black associations, what you did. Always excited to speak up on Champ Ross's Boxing League because I was part of it. I had my stumbles at one point, but I ended up turning into a 3, which is good for me. But I will be back. But you got go ahead because I can't even remember all the names. Champ Ross.
You got Napoleon. You got Yasa. You got Judge Joe Brown.
That's right.
Of course, Trey X. Yeah.
How did I not mention our brother from across the pond? Yeah, so he's a straight assassin over there in Champ Ross. Champ Ross also got a championship up under his belt as well. So, my bad, man. I should have been much more prepared to be able to talk about the things that's going down in there. Derek Bailey then slid into the building. Salute to Derek Bailey. We haven't seen him in a while, but is most excited to see you here tonight. Keyshawn Davis also did his job. I am a little disappointed in Keyshawn, not for the fact that he won, because I am very glad he won. He just took me out of some money because I didn't bet on him to get a knockout. I bet on it to go the distance. He went out there and knocked the man out, and stopped him in round 12. Now, if you're gonna
you disappointed in him for stopping the man?
Listen to what I'm saying, though. Listen to what I'm saying. The only reason I'm disappointed because it took some change from me. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm throwing up a big hip hooray. You remember the video when the dude threw his head up in the air and people started coming from everywhere when they was on the dock because those boys parked their boat in the wrong spot and tried to start some drama? That's what I'm doing right now. I'm throwing my hat up in the air for him. So congratulations to Keyshawn Davis because he went out there and he looked good. Not that Jermaine didn't put up a fight. He just couldn't sustain what Keyshawn was bringing to him.
Nah. Hey, I really enjoyed seeing that, man. That was nice on Keyshawn's part. I'm a big Keyshawn fan because people were in the Discord. A couple of brothers was saying that he be doing too much, putting his fingers in Ortiz's face and talking all type of crap and stuff. But I like that.
He's a brash guy. That's the way he is.
Yeah. I like Keyshawn, man. I'm a fan of all of that, man. I think Keyshawn fully embraces the nature of the sport that he's in. I remember some early conversations that he was having about everybody fighting, and he was like, everybody gonna have to fight fucking with me because I want to fight. So I believed him back when he said that.
Okay. And then he brings it to the table.
He ran on Keyshawn for a minute, man. I talked boxing with one of the casuals at work, but he a little more than the casual, but he ain't on it like us, right? But anyway, he was saying that he liked Keyshawn because when Keyshawn fighting, he can see the look in his eyes. He like, that dude want to hurt you. I like him because he want to hurt you. And I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I actually like that about Keyshawn myself. Because Keyshawn, you could just tell he loved this shit, man. When it comes to fighting, this just really is his personality. So I appreciate that Keyshawn really, really embraces the nature of what boxing really is, because it's really, boxing is a sadistic sport. Because we sitting here excited about motherfuckers getting concussed and knocked out and hurt, and we praise people for having bad intentions. So I like to see a guy embracing it. I love it.
I concur with that. Our brother Trey X. Oh, the great Trey X. He says, salute. I'll be on after I get my mind right. You go ahead and do your thing, bro. We will be here. Champ Ross said Keyshawn got that mean streak for sure. And as fans, like I said, for us, I said this some time back, when you're a fan of boxing, you're willing to accept a certain amount of danger, a certain amount of you're watching a sport that somebody could lose their life at any point, any time when stepping into that ring. So as fans, you got to be a little sadistic too for wanting that type of thing. But it is one of the greatest sports on the planet when it comes down to it. Man against man, we throwing our hands, fist to cuff to see which one of us can outdo the other. And as sad as some people might say, it is a tribal sport. Where people jump on the bandwagon of their favorite fighter, whether they black, white, Hispanic, Cuban, whatever. It's a chance for people to pit themselves against the other group. You can call it a little racist, maybe. I just say it's some good sportsmanship when you can watch a fight with your brother of another mother from another color and still come out and shake hands, have love for each other, and still roll it like it rolls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
We saw that boy Conor Benn. I felt like he stole a little bit of Shakur Stevenson's shine, jumping in the ring.
Shakur called him in the ring, actually.
He did. But Shakur also, I don't know how a lot of people taking it, because Shakur was like, yeah, we could fight, but you're going to have to take the same kind of deal that you gave to Chris Eubanks. Now, I don't think Conor Benn really want to do that. He's talking about you scared and all this kind of stuff. What you think about
it? Yeah, I agree with Shakur. When he said that, like when I first heard him say it, I was like, yeah, that's fair, But then today, I kind of changed my mind on that, because I was listening to $1 Million Worth of Game little interview that they did with Bud, Shakur, and Keyshawn, and they was all sitting around talking. And they were talking about when Bud went up to fight Canelo, and Gilly was saying that he didn't think he could do it. Well, he had his doubts and stuff like that. And so, make a long story short, Shakur jump in. Well, size don't matter when it's skill and all of that. It don't matter, because they were talking about how Canelo, like, he had to weigh in at 168, but he might come in the ring at 192. And Shakur kept talking about how it don't matter, because skill overcome all of that. So if that's true, then why you need Conor Benn to calm down? I think it's fair, because he did it to Chris Eubank, but at the same time, if Shakur gonna talk like that, like size don't matter, then I don't even understand why he need that.
I'm gonna touch on that in a second. Welcome to the show. We got Hip Hop #1 joining in. He says, salute. Was a great weekend of boxing. Excuse me. Was a great weekend of boxing. Even that Sunday card that went on for 100 hours.
Not 100 hours.
Yeah, that's what he put. Now, when you look at what Shakur said, because I got a chance to catch that too. I enjoyed seeing those guys in there, seeing the happiness that they shared for one another. But when you look at it, I have my thoughts about Conor Benn, because one, we do know Conor Benn is not the fairest fighter when it comes down to it. We know he's been caught on some stuff, and he's had his situation. So, excuse me. So I can see Shakur putting a stipulation on him of that nature, for the simple reason, I'm gonna make sure that if you're gonna come in, if you possibly dirty, I'm gonna make sure that it's gonna have the least effect for you, because I'm gonna make sure that you're gonna be a certain place at a certain time when it's time for us to step into the ring.
Yeah, I feel it.
So that might be his way of thinking. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that could be his way of thinking. I also noticed, which some people thought it was crunk. I say they was fighting their ass off, but things do have their consequences. Devin Haney and Bill Haney were taking care of an interview when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a melee pops off. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember the fighter's name, but
Tiger Johnson.
Tiger Johnson. He gets into it with somebody from the Haney's camp, and then all of a sudden it's just going down. It is going down. But I give Tiger this. Tiger did not shy away. This man showed, dare I say, the heart of a champion, because I saw one video where he just blasted off into the crowd and started swinging. Now, of course, he was catching hands from every direction. And when that ended, I thought that was it. But it spilled out into the forum, and they got at it again. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, because from what I was hearing, it was Bill Haney that was getting stomped out at one point. I just don't know. But what I do know is Madison Square Garden came out and said that things like that will not be tolerated in a venue. And I'm looking to see who's going to be banned permanently from ever even going into the building again, because they say that they're going to ban you for life. Now, I'm hoping that Bill and Devin were not involved in the fighting part. And if they were, it was trying to break it up and not throwing any punches. Because I would like to see those guys, I'd like to see Devin be able to fight in Madison Square Garden. I think Tiger Johnson, I think he might be on that line, because he was throwing punches. But then again, they might look at it and see who threw the first punch and what was really going on. So we'll have to see what goes down about that. But I felt like it was a little tacky. Y'all at a big event, and y'all should have been able to hold yourselves a lot better than that.
A little tacky, brother.
Okay, a lot of tacky. It was horrible.
Yeah, for sure.
He said, Ben want to fight everybody, but never announces nothing. Can't believe he turned down the Crocker fight, who's food in that division. Well, I think Ben is pushing for trying to get the big names. He want to be able to say that he was in there with Devin Haney and the names that are big over here in the USA. Devin, Shakur. I'm not gonna say Tank, because Tank is having some issues right now. Ryan Garcia, maybe even Rolly. You know what I'm saying? Because Rolly, regardless of how we look at him as being, in my opinion, is one of the bottom tier when it comes to those fighters. He is a champion in more than one weight division. That's something that Ryan Garcia cannot say.
The bottom tier.
What tier would you put him?
Oh yeah, you're right. I mean, it's just funny to say it like that.
Hey, well, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying, that's how it's coming out. It's just how it's coming out. He said Ben is living off of his dad's last name. He needs to get sparked out. Oh, wait, Champ Ross said he needs to get knocked out, so we can just go ahead and get him out the way. He said, can live in hope, LOL. He's an okay fighter, but still a lot to prove for now. Yeah, I'll give him that. He does have a lot to prove. And when he had that fight with Chris Eubank, I give him his chops. He fought a hard fight both times with Chris Eubank. But I've always said, it's my belief that it's a little different over here on this side of the pond than it is over there, because the mixing pot over here is a lot larger. You got a lot more talent, a lot more to deal with over here in these pools than you do over there. Hip Hop Number One said, I thought Tiger Johnson showed up for the attempted murder after what he done to Flats. Well, what he ended up doing is getting lumped up by a whole bunch of other people. They actually showed the true statement when they say we roll together. They rolled together. Champ Ross say someone will argue Rolly is 3 division champion. What has boxing become? 3 division? I don't know about the 3. I thought he was a 2. But either way, he's something Ryan Garcia isn't. Ryan Garcia has the bigger name, bigger following, but Rolly went out there and put him in a box. Not literally put him in the box, but he went out there and kept him from doing what he usually does.
Yeah, that man beat Ryan Garcia. Man, you can't talk about no elite when you got beat by Rolly, man.
It's hard too. So he's gonna have to make a comeback, which this is the month that he should be facing off with Mario Barrios. Am I correct? Like the 21st or something like that?
Oh yeah, that's true.
So he gets a chance to try to clean his look up a little bit, as some people would say. Mario Barrio also has a chance to try to clean his look up, seeing that he went the distance and ended up with the draw with Manny Pacquiao. Took a loss to Keith Thurman. Also took a. Did he lose to Keith Thurman? Was it a draw? He lost to Thurman, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so we know he got a loss from Thurman and he got a loss from Tank. But you know, you only as good as your last showing, and his last showing was a draw with Manny Pacquiao. So he and Ryan will be lacing it up not too far away, and we'll see what happens. He said, yeah, he had a WBA regular, I think, at 135 or an interim or something like that. Okay, Champ Ross, that appreciate that for helping us clear that up and everything like that. But y'all do know, he said, Beal looked like he went to try and break it up. That's coming from Derek Bailey. Okay, I did see him at one point holding Tiger Johnson from behind, trying to pull him back because Tiger Johnson literally turned around and looked at him while he was in Beal's arms. I also heard one of the guys say, y'all let Tiger get jumped. And he said that Beal gonna get stomped out or something. He said something to the effect that they was gonna make Beal pay for it, which I was like, it wasn't even Beal's fault. Beal and Devin was literally, this is the one time you could say they mouths were not the ones running to start this off, to pop this off, you know, because they was talking to a microphone and doing their thing. Devin was actually not even close to it. He was more up on stage when he and what's that guy's name, Chris Maddox.
The information I was getting was that Devin Haney's little brother started it.
I kind of heard that. I hadn't got quite part to that, but I did hear him, you know, they when they showed it, it was that. But I can't remember who threw the first punch. I don't know if Devin's little brother threw the punch, but I do know when Tiger Johnson went in swinging, one guy caught him from the side, boom, boom, with a two-piece. And then another guy started punching him. And then, you know, it went all the hell after that. It just went all the hell after that. Gio Cole say, OG just gonna disrespect Keith like that, talking about a draw. No disrespect intended at all. I was just saying, did he win or was it a draw? I couldn't remember. You know, that's why you put an OG in front of my name, because sometimes I might forget something, or you know, it might be in my memory a little hazy. But if he won, he won, and you know, I can't take nothing from that. But I can say this. He got the fight again. They've come out and said that Keith Thurman and the Towering Inferno are getting ready to lace it up and face each other again. We've been waiting for this fight since the middle of last year? But Keith can't stay healthy. Keith Thurman and the Towering Inferno. Hell, Keith done snapped a tendon from his bicep, twisted his ankle, had a kidney stone. All kind of stuff going on with Keith. He just can't seem to make it to the ring. I'm just saying. He said PBC doing fights from 2 years ago, shaking my head. That's Champ Ross. You guys heard that TMZ article, Floyd suing Showtime and Espinoza? No, I missed that totally. You might have to give us a little more information in the chat. Or Champ Ross, you can hit that link. Come on in here and tell us all about it. You know the door is open for everybody, all the family that rolls through at the block. Come on now. He said Floyd and Oscar losing their minds here in 2026. What Oscar do? I thought Oscar was just trying to make money for his fighter. He said let him post the link. Okay, do that for us, and you know we'll get a chance to check it out. So you know, the preliminary stuff we kind of talked about, you know, we touched on. I'm here to have some fun. And he said, sprain his ponytail too versus Sean Porter. Dang. He sprained his hairline if you want to go that far, you know what I'm saying? Because that hairline, man, I don't know what to say about that. That hairline is something ridiculous. But it is what it is, and it was what it was. And here we are in 2026, a whole new, man, can you believe January seemed like it lasted a year? God dang. I'm just saying with the things that's going on around the country. I'm not gonna say around the world. I'm gonna say around the country. Stuff is just out of control. I'm not going politically. I'm just saying that the politics have seemed to have stretched out January so long that seeing February roll in is a breath of fresh air. And speaking of breath of fresh air, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson. The fight that as excited as I was to see it, I couldn't wait to get home. I got lucky that somebody had actually, like I said, they recorded the fight and was able to put it on, and it showed the whole fight. So I got a chance to watch the fight, and this time the video lasted long enough for me to watch it more than one time. And I remember Trey X asking the question, what was your favorite part of the fight? Well, I'm gonna say this. My favorite part of the fight when Shakur put a 1-2 on T.O. and almost knocked him down. I enjoyed the fight immensely. Yes, he jabbed that boy senselessly. And before I just get deep into the fight, I'm gonna say this. The good, evil thing that he was talking about. I see good, I'm the good. Shakur and his team is the evil. Haven't we heard that before? Every time it comes up to these people who like to play the little race card and be a little on the line, edgy when they get to talking about certain things. And well, I guess you found the monkey that wanted the banana. Let me start off with that. I guess you found that. You know what I'm saying? What to look at? You know, when you're boxing on the box, I guess you found out where it was. You know, when Keyshawn was talking about the guy that came overseas and he ended up getting the fruit basket with watermelon in it or something. I'm not for sure, but I heard that it wasn't that guy that did that it was T.O. being funny and played a trick, and it was him. I'm not for sure if that's true or not. But what I can say is all the antics and all the things that you said end up going against you. This glorious takeover that he wanted to be. I caught him in a video talking about how when they were coming up in the amateurs, how Shakur and the rest of those guys were a clique, and he had to roll by himself because he kept losing in the first round, and they kept going on to have more fights, and he had to sit on the sideline and watch, which kind of speaks to me, you know, maybe a little jealous about the way their careers have turned out. Now I can say blessed, lucky, whatever it is, he got a chance to move up, and they put him in situations where he got to have certain fights that got to shine him a little bit more, and he got a little pushing behind him and a little following him. People were respecting him as far as the boxing pundits. I'm not one of those people. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it real because his mouth has always been too slick, and he's always been saying stuff that was sideways. It's always rubbed me the wrong way. But he was being on the fast track. He was gifted a chance to be undisputed. I'm still, in my mind, because I heard Max Kellerman and the rest of them say, well, you know, people going to remember certain things, and they're going to say this fight happened, and they're going to say, well, he really lost that fight. Well, I'm going to take that attitude right now and go with what I'm saying. But I asked the question when people were saying that, you know, they were calling Shakur corny because he brought the liquor, he brought the alcohol bottle up to the stage and did what he did and said what he said. But that alcohol bottle didn't come out until after the fact that T.O. had said, invited him to his man parts. And I'm not making an excuse for Shakur with bringing the alcohol out. But what I am saying is, don't sit there and tell me this man corny and stuff, all that, and then you let what T.O. said slide. Because I asked the question, what man would actually let that happen? You know, what man would do that? And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me go ahead and say this real quick. Joining the show, the man that can call a frog from a whale. Y'all know who I'm talking about when I make that statement. The best fight caller. I won't say one of the best. I'm going to say top tier, top of the top tier, the creme de la creme.
Of all time.
Of all time. There you go. Trey X is in the building. What's up, my brother?
Yeah, what's up with it, man? What's going down, the Kane? What's up to everybody in the chat? Yeah, I just want to talk some boxing and shit, man. What's going down?
Well, right now I'm finna turn loose on my boy T.O. because he went out there and got his ass whooped. He went out there and looked terrible. Swinging at the air, looking like a newborn baby, just flailing and wailing away and not hitting nothing. Only thing was missing was him slobbing. He got punched in the eye so much to it bust his eye. His dad want to say, oh, that was a headbutt. I'm looking at this man's face. Not one eye, both eyes, and the middle of his forehead was so swole up, It looked like he had been getting hit with bricks. He could not do anything. And then you have a corner that couldn't give you any information except where's your power? Where's you gotta hit him? You gotta hit him. And you know me, I'm a dad. Y'all know that. I'm a proud father. There's no way I would have stood up in front of anybody and blamed my son for losing the fight the way he did. He didn't do what I told him to do. But you didn't tell him a damn thing. You just kept asking him questions about where his power was.
Well, I expected it to be an easy fight. So it pretty much went the way that I anticipated. I already saw that he was having trouble with southpaws and all that kind of shit. I heard you mention that interview he did where he was talking about how he was getting put out in the quarterfinals and Shakur and them was making it to the semifinals and the finals. So that let me know that he was a step behind. He a 4 going against a 5. That's why we call him the baby world beater. You know what I'm saying? And plus, when Teofimo, he did make it to the Olympics, but he got put out 3 rounds to nothing against Sofiane Oumihar from France. You know what I'm saying? So they showed me that he had limitations and shit out the gate. He got an average size. He 5'8" with a 68-inch reach. Ain't nothing special. He known for having power, but he ain't knocking nobody out at 140. I don't think he knocked nobody out at 140. If off the top of my head, the knockouts was at 135. So it went the way that I was expected it to go. You know what I'm saying? Shakur did show that he a genius in the ring. Very talented, got great reflexes, got great defense, got a good jab. Handled him from the southpaw stance and all that kind of shit. I just didn't like. I ain't gonna say I didn't like. I just wish I could have seen him step on the gas just a little bit more. Like I felt like he was in first gear a lot. It almost looked like he was sparring the motherfucker, and he was just light years ahead of him. You know what I'm saying? He beat him so easily, it made me think it was a little bit more he could do. You know what I'm saying? He could have sprinkled some more hot sauce on that motherfucker. Maybe even got him up out of there. But it was a great win, though. Got a lot of respect. The Latinos had to shut the fuck up and continue to look for their next savior or their next great Latino hope or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But yeah, good job from Shakur. He looked strong in the weight class. He didn't look small or nothing like that for 140. I think it's gonna be hard to beat him. But I will say this though, he was relying on that jab a lot. And if he was to fight like Devin Haney, for example, Devin Haney ain't got a 68-inch reach. If he was to get into a jab war with Devin Haney, it could be interesting. That motherfucker got long arms, man. And Shakur don't have no long arms like that. He got about a 68-inch reach.
Yeah, he got a 68. I think Tio have a 68 and a half.
Yeah, Devin Haney got a 72.
True.
So I think that'd be interesting if they have a jab war. But it was a good fight from him though, man. Square business.
Very good.
Yeah,
fight.
let me add a couple thoughts, man. I told if Tio had to listen to the broadcast last week, I told him his only chance to win was come out there and start fast and jump on him with his athleticism. I guess he didn't listen to the show last week, but the show, I mean the match itself reminded me a lot of Bivol and Beterbiev. That second fight, just like dialed up times 10 the way he was controlling them with that jab. I thought that was beautiful. Like every time Tio tried to make any move, he got stuck with a jab. So yeah, I thought that shit looked nice.
I think it's a little different though. Oh my bad, I thought you had finished.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's a little bit different though, because in the second Beterbiev and Bivol fight, Bivol pretty much rope-a-doped him. He let that motherfucker come out strong, come out hot. Gil Coles was saying, man, he about to fuck around and stop Bivol in this fight because he came out so strong. But Bivol just let him throw that shit, slow down, took him into deep waters and did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? I saw Shakur step to the motherfucking control the fight the whole way. He beat him 11 rounds to 1. It wasn't close at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's why I say dialed up times 10 with the jab, just the way he was controlling him.
Yeah.
Well, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, there was one more thing I was gonna say. Damn, I forgot what it was, man. Go ahead.
It come back to you.
Yeah, it's gonna come back to you. Y'all know, Trey. Y'all know I'm just here to talk crazy because that's how I am. Tonight is my night to talk crazy.
Yeah. A lot of people saying it was boring. I saw Shannon Sharp talk about I was a boring performance, et cetera, et cetera. And this is one time like I can understand what they mean just in terms of how non-competitive it was. Cause like it's like if you watching somebody get blowed out in any sport, it get boring after a while. So yeah, as far as like him stepping on the gas, like I think that's the only thing that could have unboring the fight is if he just turned it up a notch. Shakur, I'm saying, like to just watch somebody get dominated like that in it looked like a sparring session. I could see how that was boring. Cause like even I watched the replay because I fell asleep and shit. But I remember around like round 7 or 8, I was just like, all right, man, like ain't nothing else gonna happen. Like this is the fight, you know. So I can understand the boring tag just in that sense.
Well, I'm gonna wipe the boring tag away and say it is not his fault that he was so much better than T.O. that T.O. couldn't do something. That, simple as that. Everybody was, Shannon Sharp was one of the people say, "Oh, T.O. is a great fighter." All these people that say that he was a great fighter and he's this and he's that and he steps up to the moment. Most of them, a lot of them, are the ones that's also saying, "Oh, it was a boring fight. This and that, this and that." No, it was boring because what you thought was going to happen didn't happen. This man got shut the crap down, kind of like Pacquiao and Mayweather. I'll say this firmly, and I put both feet down on it. Shakur went out there and did what he said he can do. He said that he was levels above T.O., and he showed it. The corners, there is not even a comparison to the corners. And I'm also say this. I have said on more than one occasion that I felt like T.O. was mentally weak. This fight showed it, and the things that he is saying after this fight are cementing it. Even his own daddy said that, alluded to this man being mentally weak when it come down to it. He started blaming it on the networks and people going against them. This might have affected my son. People, we just got to stop doing that. Why we got to stop doing that? I'm picking the dudes that I like. You pick the dude that you like. If my dude win or lose, I'm not going to sit there and say, "Oh, we got to stop picking against these people and just go ahead and enjoy the fight." Forget you with that. You know what I'm saying? You enabled your son to say and do the things he do, walk around and act like he act, because you are a prime component of what he gets it from. You standing in the corner and not being able to give your son any information on how to try to counter anything that Shakur does. You don't tell him how to step to this man, follow behind a jab, anything. You just asking the question about where's your power, bro, and hit him. You alluded to the fact why you weren't at the press conference. I think they got to him because I wasn't at the press conference. I was resting. Nothing but excuses. Excuses up on top of excuses up on top of excuses. I heard Andre Ward and Roy Jones talking, and they feel like Shakur's in a certain area right now. He still got some growing to do. I'll accept that. And maybe we will start seeing him get in that mindset that he could feel like I could start knocking some people out. Who knows? Only time will tell. But what I do know is the baby world beater went out there and shut up everybody that was riding with T.O., kind of like Crawford did with Canelo. Now, I won't compare the two performances, Crawford and Canelo, because we know Crawford is a whole different animal when it came down to stepping in that ring and trying to put some hurt on some people. Maybe we'll start seeing that from Shakur. People are saying he might be this era's Mayweather, and quickly they jump on and say, "Oh, no, he's not this era's Mayweather because Floyd used to try to knock people out when he was younger and this and that." But we've already seen Shakur hands all beat up and messed up after a couple of fights. Maybe if things get good and his hands get fully healthy, which they seem to be doing all right against T.O., maybe we will start seeing some knockouts and everything like that. But as far as I'm concerned, when we made the picks way back in the day and said, who do we think the two best to be standing up last would be Tank and Shakur, well, Shakur holding up his end of the bargain. Tank just can't get himself out of his own way to stay in the damn ring. But I salute Shakur for every inch of that fight. I just hate that he gave a way around. That's the only thing I hate. I wish he would have just went on and swept him every round. I mean, he was digging in his body. He was catching him with the jab, and every once in a while, they want to throw in a peppered hook and a pepper uppercut. And I noticed that when they was locking up in the ring and T.O. was trying to hold, the boy was letting some shots go on the inside. He got grimy in there. He was shooting some shots to the body while they was up close and personal, and shooting some shots to the head. So Shakur kind of checked every box except getting the knockout, which he did say that if he had pushed on a little bit, he could have probably did get the knockout. But that's no need to cry over spilled milk because he got a whitewash in the end anyway.
Yeah, I didn't even find the fight boring. I found the fight entertaining. The only thing about the fight is that it seemed like every round looked the same. Like if you seen one round, you seen them all. Because it was just a controlled pace the entire way. Like he never got out of first gear. And I'm not even really worried about T.O. because I expected this fight to be easy. Like that shit did not surprise me at all. So I'm looking at Shakur against history because he keep on saying that he one of the greatest of all time and all that kind of shit. And when I look at him fight like this last fight, to me, it looked like high-powered self-defense. It didn't look like a killer up in there. And you ain't got to get knockouts to be a killer. I just want to see the desire to put hurt on the motherfucker. Not just control him with the jab and shut him out and all that kind of shit. Really go out there and put hurt on the motherfucker. That's what I like to see. Like they want to compare him to Sugar Ray Leonard and Sugar Ray Robinson. You can't be a Sugar because they was knockout artists. Sugar Ray Robinson in the 100 knockout club. He was knocking motherfuckers out. Sugar Ray Leonard is straight up killer up in there. Look at them closing rounds against Hearns. How he came down the stretch and went in there and got him a knockout because he needed one. The Shakur have that in him. If he was in there with a Hearns, they had him down on the cards. Could he come in? Could he finish strong down the stretch and get this motherfucker out of here? Like I see him as a genius, like prodigy type of boxer, but I think he a boxer, he's not a killer. That's why he able to be best friends with somebody in his own weight class. Like I heard the Kane earlier talking about Keyshawn, he said you like that aggressive energy and all that kind of shit. I actually look at it differently because it reminds me of Charlo, like the Charlo brothers with all that mean shit getting in everybody's face and all that shit. But then at the same time, you talking about mental health. So, like, which one is it? Are you tough or are you mentally weak? Were you struggling with your mental health? You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a fight, but I done seen killers in the past. Like, I done seen Marvin Hagler. I done seen Mike Tyson. He can get a little crazy and shit, so maybe a bad example. But I done seen people like Andre Ward. I feel like that is true mean-spirited shit off in there. I just seen Andre Ward do some things in that ring that were just straight up mean. Like we always talk about Saki Obika. When Saki Obika hit him with that elbow and Andre Ward hit him with that elbow, it looked like Muay Thai in that motherfucker. Just straight up.
But don't think that no killers have feelings though. Killers can have mental health issues. A lot of them do. Shit.
Yeah, but I don't look at that type of energy as strength all the time though. Most of the time it's a shield.
Gotta be strength. You ain't gotta be strong to be a killer. Mike Tyson whole shit was a shield.
Well,
but when it came down to it, he got his ass whooped by real killers.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like for example, let's say you was talking to somebody, y'all had a beef with each other. Which one are you more concerned with? The motherfucker that say, I hate you, or the motherfucker that say, man, I hate you?
The more calm, cool, collective guy.
Exactly. We was talking about this not that long ago, that masculine energy is calm. It's not rah-rah yelling and screaming and all that type of shit. I just see that as a shield. I don't see that as real strength. You know what I'm saying? Like we was talking about people that's been raised by their fathers and shit. They be raised in that calm, masculine, strong energy. When I look at him, it look like a motherfucker that's been raised by a single mother and he don't know how to deal with his emotions and shit. He running into his brother's opponent's locker room after the fight and all this old type of shit. I don't see that as strength or toughness and all of that. And then
I never said he was strong. I said he was a killer. There's a difference.
See, but I'm saying that I'm questioning the killer part. Because number one, you're best friends with somebody in your weight class. That's unprecedented. I ain't never heard of that in the history of boxing. I done heard of people being friends like Roy Jones and Derek Smoke Gaynor, nowhere near the same weight class. We could look at Joe Lewis and John Henry Lewis, a heavyweight and a light heavyweight. They was best friends. I ain't never heard them being best friends in the same weight class. So that's making me question you being the killer. And then you going out there, you dancing and celebrating because Muratalla done knocked off your daddy. I don't see that as being a killer mentality. I think a killer would want to go out there and beat him himself.
He would want to. He would. That part right there, I can't even. That part right there, even I spoke on. I'm like, dude, how you dancing on the fact that somebody else went out there and beat the dude that you should have been wanting to beat? But I will say, in my opinion, the griminess and the toughness that we wanted to see when they was locking up in the ring, Shakur was showing it. He actually showed that to me. He actually, dug into the body and stuff when they was clinched up. It was almost like, no, I'm not trying to clinch with you. I'm trying to beat on you.
I think he showed more of a killer mentality when he fought against Jamel Herring. He was putting them 3-punch combinations. It wasn't just a jab. I'm talking about he putting 3-4 punch combinations on this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Had Jamel Herring wife mad at him after the fight. That's when I thought he showed some killer up in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I have one more thing I wanted to say, but you had cut me off a little bit and maybe forget that shit. Fuck.
My bad.
I guess it'll come back to me like I told Kane.
Yeah. But Shakur said he was surprised how slow Tio was. I noticed that too. And he also said walking, you could read his lips walking to the ring saying he was slow. And his Paw asked him, what his strength was like, and he was like, I'm stronger than him. One of those type of things. He was better in every aspect of the game. That it was almost like putting a grown man against a kid, slap boxing, or you play with your little cousin, your little cousin can't do nothing with you no matter how hard they try. No matter what they come at you, you're going to shut that down whenever you're ready, however you want to. And that's what it seemed like happened in that fight with me.
I forgot. I remember what I was going to say. I really feel like they kind of manufacturing his image a little bit, talking about Keyshawn. Because for a long time, he wasn't knocking out guys. Like he was getting knockouts, don't get me wrong, like because he had a bunch of knockouts early, but once he stepped up in competition, the knockouts decreased. We had won several bets taking him by decision. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like they manufactured that knockout against Pedraza. Pedraza had moved up to 140, had been campaigning at 140. They brought him back down to 135. And then they got him stopped against Keyshawn. And then his last fight against Jermaine Ortiz, I thought he deserved a count. Like, okay, he get dropped with 12 seconds left to go in the fight. He don't even get a count. You just immediately wave the fight off. He took a liver shot the round before and got up and fought on. But now when he get dropped with 12 seconds left, he don't deserve a count. I think that's manufactured. I think that's bullshit.
He didn't protest at all, though.
Yeah, he didn't protest. He don't really seem like that type of guy anyway, though. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, what protesting gonna do? When have we ever seen somebody protesting to change something? Well, Devin Haney.
Well, he didn't look confused. He looked like he was relieved the dude stopped the fight. So I don't know.
But with 12 seconds left, if that motherfucker take a veteran count, get up at 8 like they normally do, and then the referee gonna go over there. You know how they do, man. Step over here, step over there. He might not have done that since it was a body shot, but still, he would have got his gloves, dusted debris off the gloves, and then waved the fight back on. That would have been 10 seconds right there at least. You know what I'm saying?
I did wonder why they stopped it so late, though.
Just immediately, I was just tripping on the man didn't even give the man a count, like even give him an opportunity to get up. It's some guys in the game that are very tough, man. They take liver shots and they get up. And I just feel like you should give those guys a chance. He done showed me toughness in the past and stuff. I know he's pretty tough. Just give the guy a chance. You know what I'm saying? But I think they got it's money in Keyshawn being looked at as a killer, as a knockout artist and all that kind of stuff. That's good for him moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think they did that. But I ain't gonna just sit up here and make it seem like I'm just against the man or anything like that, because I'm really not. I do like the guy as a fighter. He's a bona fide 4.5 on my scale and all that kind of shit. So you do got a lot of credibility to him. just this tough guy act and all the type of shit that he been doing. Like when it come to his opponents, I just kind of question that. You know what I'm saying? It kind of remind me of Charlo.
Yeah, I think it's a little different from Charlo. Charlo and them seem like they got to be mad at you to fight you, but Keyshawn, he more so just like unbridled aggression. Like when you talking about raised by a dad, like I think masculine energy is more so channeling your aggression effectively or the right way. He just don't channel his shit well. Like out. So
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
I
I
would
ain't
feel a
mad.
lot differently if he didn't run in that man locker room that not here Albright.
Yeah,
Like,
that one
Yeah.
that one did kind of rub me a little wrong way. You and your brother went in there and jumped on the man because he beat your brother. You know, your feelings just ran out of control in that one. Hip hop number one said, I enjoy seeing the negative ass William Skull losing to Jacob Banks. Two, enjoyed the marathon weekend of boxing. Yeah, that Stevenson fight was too easy for him. T.O. struggles with skilled boxers. That to me, I can agree with that. T.O. I think is T.O.'s power, I think, is based off twitch and timing, which explains why I didn't travel up to 140. I'll say that not only that could be one of the reasons, but another reason is he just stood in front of a dude that was far superior to him when it comes to fighting. I go back to like he's, you know, he called himself a loser. You know, like, you know, me and Trey X was talking about, you know, the clique, you know, when they, you know, coming up in the in amateurs, and he say that the other guys would win and he would lose off in the first round. Who wants to hang out with who, you know, who wants to be with a loser? He said this himself. That's why, you know, my mind always goes back to the fight that was tough for him, and he's standing over there up against the ropes. Do I still got it? Do I still? Nah, because you weak in the mind. And I'm gonna go a little further. Your daddy weak in the mind too, because we got a chance this night to see two guys that rah all the time. And his daddy didn't take one punch, but he was crying just as hard as his son. He didn't stand up to console his son. He didn't help shield anything from his son. Right now, you can look at it. He pretty much just put his son out there to hang and let him catch whatever he gonna catch. Tell this man you're gonna hate yourself tomorrow. Why? Because I can't think of what I need to do to go out here to try to keep Shakur from popping me in my face with this jab all the time. And your ass supposed to be my corner man, my coach, my trainer. You ain't telling me what to do. Not one bit of information have you given me to go out here to counteract anything that I'm facing.
Hey, can I add on to his power? Like his power, Edie said his power was like based off Twitch and stuff like that. I think mostly like T.O., the problem with him fighting Shakur is T.O. Fillmore is also a counter puncher. Like he waiting on you to slip. And Shakur is so defensive minded, he not gonna slip. So I mean, I think that's a really major problem with him fighting somebody like Shakur.
That's
With
a
a
good point.
seesaw effect, the seesaw. Oh, go ahead.
He only going. That's a good point because he only gonna come play chess. Like if he would have listened to your breakdown last week, you would have told that motherfucker to basically fight fire with water. Don't just try to play chess with a chess master. Flip the whole chessboard over and just get up in that motherfucker and just be aggressive. Go to the body, ripping shots to the body and all that type of shit. But that's not his personality. He's a natural boxer. He's a chess master himself. He just went against Bobby Fischer this time. You know what I'm saying? But like as far as with hip hop number one said, I think that's what it was. He said that he had trouble with boxers and shit. He have trouble with people that can keep him at range, period. Like I said, we can go back to the Olympics. Sofyan Umihai, he 5'10". He kept the motherfucker at the end of the jab and beat him 3 rounds to nothing. The motherfucker couldn't even win 1 round. He fought against Masayoshi Nakatani a few years back. Nakatani like 5'11". That Japanese fighter got a jab and a little right hand and shit. He got the win in the fight, but he didn't do that backflip after the motherfucking fight. And
He even said no more tall fighters after that.
Exactly. He said no more tall fighters. We're gonna fight guys more our size because he had trouble with that range. We can go to Sandor Martin. He a guy that got some length and some range too. From the southpaw stands. We can go to Jermaine Ortiz. He did pretty good keeping them at range. And they fight from the southpaw stands. Now we go to Shakur Stevenson, the master at keeping range in the fight, and that's when he looked the worst. Excuse me. So yeah, he had trouble with motherfuckers that can keep him at range and shit, man. And we just seen so much consistency with this. I'm pretty sure other fighters gonna be picking up on this. And he talking about going to 147. He gonna have some guys that got some long arms and some guys that's kind of tall. He gonna be in trouble, man. I wouldn't be surprised that motherfucker lose the next 3 fights. He step up and fight some credible competition.
Oh, that's for sure.
Can I just say,
I don't think he built for 147. In no way, shape, form, or fashion. And we've collectively said that 147 is kind of toned down a little bit. But I still don't think he can go up there and deal with those guys like that, especially the ones with the longer arms that know how to box, especially the ones with the longer arms that want to punch your head off. To me, the most favorable thing for him is to stick around at 140. Hell, maybe even go back down to 135. Or I'm going to quote him, if you don't know how to use your hands and love the sport that I love, get the fuck out the sport that I love. He should go ahead and follow his own words. Everything that this man has said is coming back to bite him in his ass. And I have no sympathy, none. I read a comment, I don't know who said it, I just don't like the guy. No, I don't like the way he carries himself and the things that he said and done. And to not have the skills to back that up, that's your problem, not mine. So yeah, take what you're taking, take it on the chin, toughen up, find you a new trainer maybe, because apparently it's out there in front of the world to see and know your daddy is not the guy.
yeah. Hey, speaking of that, man, that shit he was saying, like Teofimo Senior was saying in the corner, like, what happened to your power? When he said that, I was like, man, that sounds like some shit cool should be saying to him, like, hey, what happened to your power? What happened to your feet? Are you trying to help? Are you talking shit? Like, damn.
He was dismayed. He was actually dismayed. He couldn't believe it. You know, they had drank their own Kool-Aid. That's what really happened. They had talked and you know, when it come down to manufacturing, you know, like I said, turning him into an undisputed champion, which he really wasn't. The fights that he won and the way people like, oh, T.O. this and T.O. that, they you know, people bit into that takeover crap and things like that. When he got beat by George Kambosos, that should have had everybody look at him a little stronger than what they did.
I looked at him like that though. Kambosos ain't even have a strong amateur background. And you go out there and lose to him and get dropped in the fight. Oh yeah, stock dropped like a motherfucker for me looking at that shit. And then look how easily Devin Haney beat the motherfucker in Australia 2 times in a motherfucking row. Kambosos might have won 1-2 rounds in both the fights combined. But he went out there and fought a split decision victory against Teofimo. Oh yeah, I held that against him.
And I want everybody to stop saying no disrespect to Kambosos, but you lost to Kambosos. Kambosos, just call it what it is. Kambosos not that good. That's what you're saying. Like, stop trying to qualify that shit.
Yeah, Kambosos.
Okay, let's not qualify. You lost to a dude that you should have beat. Simple and plain. Kambosos ride down on the bottom tier with Rolly.
Hey, he should have got a loss against that English fighter, that southpaw, Maxie Hughes, I think. Didn't he? Maxie Hughes, I think, should have beat the motherfucker, but they gave the fight to Kambosos. So that let you know where he at. And then you out there getting your ass whooped by Maxie Hughes and had to escape with a gift victory, like Rolly when he fought against that old man.
Yeah, Barroso.
Yeah, Ismael Barrosos or something like that. Or even Jackson Marinez, we can say him too. Both of them beat Rolly. Yeah.
Eric, I'll say all the casual clowns gonna try to follow Cameron Echo Chamber, start blaming the loser for the performance instead of blaming the guy who did his job. I'm not ever gonna blame the dude that did his job. If you went out there and did your job, you know, you gotta echo the one thing: boxing is hit and not get hit. Shakur showed a great prime example of that the other night, hitting and not getting hit. And when he did get some punches landed on him, he ate them quite well. It didn't look like when T.O. did land, it didn't look like they affected Shakur at all. It actually looked like this man went out there and absorbed everything when he got lucky enough to land a punch. But for the most part, I appreciated seeing him. Oh, and let's not forget, because we saying that T.O. is a counter puncher as well as Shakur. Well, what happened when Shakur started stepping to his ass? He couldn't counter then either, because Shakur showed that I stepped to this boy and still put hands on this boy, and this boy still can't do nothing. Did you get your banana bunch yet, Teofimo Lopez? Because he was coming to you, handing you all kind of fruits, whatever kind of fruit you like, papayas, kiwis, whatever you wanted. He had a nice basket full of fresh, ripe stuff for you, and you couldn't do anything about it. He stepped to you, he stepped away from you, he walked around you, and every time you made a move, he put that jab in your face and made you reset. He kept you from going the way you wanted to. He actually was cutting off the ring more than people like, he gonna have to cut off the ring on Shakur. I even said that. What happened? Shakur even took real estate away from this man. So every box was checked by Shakur. You just, I'm gonna just put it out there. He did step to T.O. T.O. had chances to counter. He just couldn't. He was.
Hey, let me Eric. I think he was I saw when he left that comment, he was referencing when I said I understand like the fight was boring. Let me clarify that. Like, I thought it was a very brilliant performance, like a beautiful performance. I just understand why like the average boxing viewer would have found it boring, just because like Trey said, if you saw one round, you saw all of them. So I just understand why the average viewer would have found it boring. That's all.
And to echo, who was it that said it? Derek Bailey. Shannon Sharp don't know nothing about boxing. Now one thing, Shannon Sharp was high praising Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo. When he interviewed him or was talking about him, so he don't really know. He on the outside looking in like a lot of people. He a casual just like everybody else. You ask Shannon Sharp, the most he probably knows about Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones, Mike Tyson.
Yeah, for sure, but like them kind of comments, they kind of representative of what the masses feel when they watching boxing.
And that's because they don't know. A lot of people, I was listening to Max Kellerman and a couple of those other guys talking. Even Malik Scott. I was kind of a little disappointed in him because he tried to give a hard rating on Shakur. And I'm like, you're supposed to be this professor of boxing. You're supposed to be so sharp-minded. But you're sitting here telling people, oh, boxing is when you're standing in front of somebody and you're throwing punches and this and that. I don't want to see a man getting his brains bashed in because he don't have any skills. We done seen a lot of those fights already. Yeah, some of them turn out to be great fights. But the fighters later on down the line is enabled. If a dude can go out there and whoop you, make you look average when people were saying he is so great and they can break you down, and make you look, as they said, made T.O. turn back into an amateur out there in that fight. Floyd Mayweather, he would do people that way. Terrence Crawford, he would do people that way. Andre Ward, he could pull off things like that. Roy Jones, he was just exceptional with his athletic skills and stuff like that he just made people look crazy. You love those guys. Well, you love some of them, because I still hear Floyd get a lot of hate because his mouth was too much for some folks. But I didn't care about that. Just like
except Edwin Valero. Well, you don't love him, right?
Who?
Valero.
I said Valero?
Nah, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
He was a true killer, so they don't love him no more.
But they would quickly. If you listen to him, who was one of the John, what's his name, Gotti, and the dude he used to fight out, the dude he had the trilogy against.
Ward.
Yeah, for mainstream and those punches, those are great fights. These are guys that went out there and they gave it all they had. And they were beating the brakes off each other, knocking brain cells loose. I want to see my fighter go out there and you heard me say it before. It's embarrassing to get your ass whooped from round 1 to round 12. Now, you didn't mix it up enough. I didn't have to. But ask him how he felt about not being able to get past the jab. Ask him how he feels to have his face and stuff swole up, and I'm standing on the other side of the ring looking like I went jogging. I'm not swole up or nothing. That to me, that to just beat somebody up, even if it's just with your jab and your hook, because you know Devin Haney, he did that to Kambosos. A lot of people feel like, oh, he just jabbed him all night. Well, that's all it took. If it probably would have needed more, it probably would have came out. But the opposition didn't present that. And I understand the youngsters in this day and age, you know, they move different. They move different. But I really believe if somebody step up and try to push your car, I believe we'll see what it is that you want to see. I believe he'll give him that work. T.O. looked discombobulated and he looked surprised. He looked like when Shakur started actually landing some solid punches on him, it looked like the power surprised him. It looked like he hit a lot harder than what he thought he did. And that can also change your outlook on the way you fight. Because at some point he started looking a little hesitant to me.
Yeah, he kept saying Shakur was slow too. Then the build up.
Exactly. But all those things changed when it's time for you to step in the ring. You know, they were so quick. Remember, they tried to make a narrative. Oh, when they showed the footage of them sparring, and Shakur was like, "Turn off, you know, don't record this." They tried to make it seem like, "Oh, when we stopped recording, my son started putting hands on him. When we stopped recording, I started putting hands on Shakur." Well, we see that's a lie. We see whatever you think you saw in sparring did not happen, or for the most, it didn't translate into this fight. Or maybe it did translate into this fight, and you guys are under some kind of delusion that he was doing good in sparring, and it turned out the way we saw it. He got his ass whooped.
Facts.
Yeah, this was a pretty big weekend of boxing, though. We could talk about some of these other fights too.
That beautiful knockout that Shu York put on old boy.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Man, 1, 2, 3, and he just the way his head leaned over. Oh my gosh, the way his head leaned over when he started falling down, that was so pretty to me. I wish I could have had like, see, do they still make recording devices where you can record shows and stuff? Because I wouldn't mind having that just put into my library.
Hell no. What you gonna record it on?
They don't make what's that thing, the DVRs no more?
I don't know, man. I ain't seen that shit in so motherfucking. Well, they got the DVR. I thought you talking about the damn DVD player, but yeah, you can record it on your DVR, of course.
No, but I want one that I can have like something physical that I can hold in my hand, not the one that they got digital that come with the TV. That once you don't have that subscription no more, they take all your library from you.
I don't think so. I ain't seen a physical copy of nothing in a while.
Well, I'm finna go find me one.
This nigga want a Blu-ray disc and shit.
What's wrong with that? I could pull that way. I could pull it up at will. I ain't got to go search for it on YouTube or nothing. I can be like, this right here. Let me pop this in real quick. There you go. I'm sure I could run it through the computer and everything, put it on the show, all this kind of stuff. I'm just saying.
He got the win, but Castro was fighting back in that motherfucker though. He had OG Big E. He was up in there watching the fights with us and shit. We was in there kind of deep watching fights. Even Napoleon came through watching fights. Castro was fighting that motherfucker. OG was giving him a few rounds, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he took that like a 4-5 punch combination from Shu and he landed all them punches and knocked his ass out. I still think he get his ass whooped fighting Rafael Espinosa though. I'm putting my money on Espinosa all day long, especially seeing that fight against Castro, because Espinosa got them long arms and long legs like Castro, but he meaner and he hit harder. I think he'll fuck Shu up, but that was a good win for Shu though.
A very big win. I'm just happy that the young guys got a chance to go out there and show their skills. I didn't get to see that fight. Like I just got to see some highlights from that one. I got to see some highlights from Keyshawn. Wish I could have found their whole fights. I just seen it. Damn, this is kicking my ass. Let me put that out. Give me a second. I can't breathe.
Yeah, hip hop #1. I saw that fight. He said, anyone see the Boachuk fight? That was violent, Russian style. Was easy on the eye, but he kind of gave the fight away down the stretch. Hell yeah. Hey man, this weekend I did terrible in the Champ Ross, but I just rolled with my motherfucking scale till the wheels fell off. I ain't give a fuck. I took Butayev in the fight. I took Razel Butayev. This motherfucker done had one fight since like go on mute or something, brother, while I cook over here. The motherfucker ain't had a fight since like 2020. Well, he had one fight since 2023, I want to say, when he had fought that 3-12 Southpaw motherfucker and went the distance with him. But I just said, fuck it, man. I'm riding with my guy. He done moved up to a new weight class. They fought at 160. That fight he had against what's the motherfucker at 147 from Lithuania? 141-19 amateur record, fought against Boots Ennis. And got beat. Yeah, he fought Stanionis at 147. He just had this fight against Boachuk at 160. But he came in there fighting like a gangster from the very beginning. Hey, bro, go on mute for me real quick, man, while you cough and cough up phlegm or whatever the hell you doing over there, nigga. I'm trying to cook. But he stood in the pocket with the man and was banging him to the body and shit from the get-go. I'm talking about he won like the first 4 rounds. He came out very strong, but then Boachuk, he got his engine going, and that motherfucker got in a rhythm. And he started putting shots on my man Butayev. But Butayev did make it close coming down the stretch. He came down to a split decision, but they gave it to Boachuk. But that was a very good fight. That was like a fight of the year candidate type of fight. That was probably like the best action fight of the weekend. Salute to Butayev and Boachuk. They put on the show.
Sure, I had to put a fan up in here. This instant was whooping my ass. I kept wondering why things was looking cloudy.
Sound like you were flushing the toilet over there, brother.
You know what that nigga was doing?
What? It sounded like, oh, no, I ain't flushing no damn dog, getting the fan to put in the window. I don't even know how y'all even heard some sound like that. I guess that was my little drink, which is not Hennessy tonight. Where was he? Decisions in paying the price. I'm going to call it a manufacturer from now on too. Most of his knockouts were liver shots. Who are you talking about? TO's knockouts?
Talking about Keyshawn.
Okay. Big Bro say, who better, Keyshawn or Shakur?
And Jermaine Ortiz played a big part in them liver shots. D-Lo was calling it out when we were watching the fight. He a switch hitter, man. He like to go southpaw and orthodox. And sometimes people like him, and including Jerron Ennis, they get stuck in between styles and the motherfuckers get squared up. So as soon as I saw that he was getting squared up like that, that's when Keyshawn started digging them body shots. I knew he was in trouble then. I said, that ain't good. You squaring up and you just giving up your liver like this. And this motherfucker already been going to the liver on opponents, man. You know you can't be doing that shit. He made a rookie mistake and he paid for it.
Powerful. The ref was on Champ Ross. He was trying to get his bonus. That's why he called that fight early.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about that Jacob Bank fight and shit too. Yeah, you had skipped over that comment earlier. You had read it, but you didn't say shit about it. Probably because you didn't see the fight.
I didn't see the fight. Remember, when I talked to y'all, I was just getting off work and I was rushing, trying to hurry up and get home to get it. And then I ain't tell my wife I got pulled over, but yeah, let me keep that down under wraps.
Yeah, we had bet on that fight. That was just the another bad luck ass fight of the fucking weekend, man. Because we had our money on Jacob Bank by decision, and they stopped the fight in the 12th round. Somebody told me with less than a minute, like 30 seconds to go in the fight, maybe 20 seconds, and they stopped the fight. And lost our money and shit. But that was just shocking that William Score was out there looking bad like that. Now I know when he fought against that Vladimir Hernandez, what the fuck is that dude? I can't remember the name of the guy that he beat by the gift decision in Germany for the championship that he lost to Canelo. I knew he was kind of limited in that fight, but I thought he was gonna at least look better than what he looked against Jacob Bank. He out there getting dropped and looking raggedy and shit out there. Where is the Cuban school of boxing, the Escuela de Boxeo? Where is this shit at?
They got to get a new principal.
He out here looking like a scrub out here, man. And he got his ass whooped by this guy, Jacob Bank. This motherfucker from Denmark. Going into the fight, I saw he had over 175 amateur fights, and he was a Danish national champion. I ain't even know how to put that shit on the scale. A Danish national champion? What the fuck that mean?
I mean, he's sweet.
Yeah, he's sweet. Well, he went out there and put them hands on William Skull, you know what I'm saying, to put himself on the map. So, yeah, we did lose our money in the 12th round, but that was a breakout performance for Jacob Bank, man. So let's see what he going to do with it moving forward. Going into the fight, I did see that he was like an aggressive type guy. He want to step to you and put some hard shots on you and all that type of shit. I just thought William Skull just had too good of legs and too good of feet that he was going to be able to keep the motherfucker on the outside and box him like he did against Canelo. But I was wrong. And that motherfucker Jacob Bank went out there and put himself on the map, man. So salute to Jacob Bank.
Salute. Eric, I asked the question. He said, I would love. No, he didn't ask the question. He make a statement. He said, I would love to see what Shakur looks like versus an in shape, unhinged Tank, Devin, Gary, or Keyshawn. Well, that last name, I'm thinking you could probably take off of there. You probably will not see that fight. Don't know if it's a possibility for the Gary Russell fight. Devin, I think they do have to fight. You know, but Devin is at 147 now, so we might have to wait for that and see what kind of work can be put on it. But it does look like Shakur, the way he's carrying that weight at 140, it does look like he probably could make 147. But he's saying that he's not really for 147. He already saying he probably going back down to 135, and that could be for the simple reason that he might want to go down there and clean it up, then move up. I'm just taking a guess. Don't know what's gonna happen with Tank, like you said, unhinged Tank. We need to see him hinged and staying out of trouble outside the ring, so we can actually get some fights from him. But I would like to see him, you know, since he's put himself in that so-called 4 King era with Devin, Tank, what's his other Ryan, you know. Hell, I'd like to see him fight Ryan.
I want to give a shout out to Josh Kelly. That motherfucker went out there and took care of Bakram Murtalazeev or Murtazaliev, however the fuck I'm supposed to say it. I'm just gonna call him Murtalazeev because it's just easy.
Where he from?
He from Russia. Motherfucker had been out the
first time.
Huh?
It's the way you said it the first time. I saw him in an interview. Saw them talking about it in an interview, and he explained that you say the Russian and the other Ukrainian, you say it the other way.
No, I had said that on the live stream, nigga. We got that from Stuck in Kyiv.
Yeah, but there's an interview where they was talking about it. They literally talked about what you said, and he explained. They was asking him how to say his name. I don't know if it's Max Kellerman, but it was one of those talk shows where they actually was talking about how they were supposed to say that man's name, and he told them.
Well, shit, I ain't from Russia or Ukraine, so I'm just gonna say it the easiest way I can, and I'm gonna call him Murtazaliev. Yeah, Murtazaliev. Okay. But the motherfucker came off a layoff. He ain't fought since 2024. He went up in there with Josh Kelly, the Olympian. This is the one fight I did not go against the pedigree scale, and I took a motherfucker coming off a long layoff, and he went out there and got his ass whooped fucking around with Josh Kelly. He went out there and outboxed him and shit. A lot of people talking about Josh Kelly was doing a bunch of holding and all that type of shit. I did not see the entire fight in its entirety, but I did listen to Napoleon Armstrong, and he said that he went out there and boxed a beautiful fight and did what he had to do. I was not a believer in the motherfucker because he had fought a draw against Ray Robinson, and plus he had took a loss against David Avanesian. So I wasn't high on the guy. That's why I picked against him. But he went out there and showed them Olympic pedigree skills, went out there and got him a victory. You know what I'm saying? This is Josh Kelly. He came up in the Olympics with Suleiman Sissoko. He had fought against Daniel Yellousenov and all them type of people. He ain't no punk out there. He went out there and took care of business and got his first championship belt, man. So we got to give a congratulations to Josh Kelly, the athletic, sweet, smooth white boy out there from the UK. He can fight like a motherfucker. Did what he had to do.
Salute to him. And salute to Moody Trayweather that slid into the building. What's up, player? And Rod X. What's going on, Rod?
Salute. Also, Josh Padley, man. Josh Padley went out there and got him a big win. Since this motherfucker can just have a full-time job as a boxer, he's knocking motherfuckers out all of a sudden. Shit, he's stopping people out there now. You know what I'm saying?
It goes back to you saying that the money changed things where you can concentrate on what you want to do instead of having to be an electrician to bring money to the house. So maybe the words that he spoke are true. Hey, if I had time to do what I need to do, have true training camps with the right amount of time, y'all will see a different Josh Padley.
He a guy that got people looking like they don't know shit about boxing. Everybody want to say the electrician. That motherfucker was a national champion over there in the UK. And he got him an upset victory over Mark Chamberlain, who was called Turki Al-Sheikh's favorite boxer at that time. He was a 14-1 underdog, and he went out in there and got him a win on that in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Even Teofimo Lopez talking about it. An electrician. The electrician did better than you.
Way
now,
better.
I know he did get stopped because he got them body shots on him, but he came in on short notice, like what, 2-3 days or something like that?
I think it was 4 days.
4 days, and he fought a better fight against the baby world beater than Teofimo Lopez did. Salute to Josh Padley. Huh?
The flake over.
Yeah. Yeah, salute to Josh Padley, man. He did good. We also got to give a salute to Xander Zayas. I had picked against him. I rolled with the 4.5. Abbas Barra. I know he had one loss going into the fight, but it was a controversial loss to Jack Koke. I thought he was going to go in there, maybe have a fight like he had against Yoenis Tellez. But Xander Zayas, he was up for the challenge. His legs were very, very strong. I'm talking about he was on this bicycle and boxing from the first round. I was questioning if he was going to be able to do this for the entire fight, but he did it for like 11 rounds, maybe 10 rounds. And he looked very strong. Coming down the stretch, Barra started landing some shots on him and started offering some resistance. But Xander Zayas, he bit down on his gum shield. He fought the motherfucker when he needed to, kept him at the end of the jab and all that kind of stuff. Got off some pretty good combinations and shit like that. He did a real good job. That top ranked backing looked real good. You know what I'm saying? So he did what he had to do, man. Salute to Xander Zayas.
Oh,
I ain't gonna go over all the fights. I just wanted to give a couple of shout outs. You know what I'm saying?
That's what this channel is about. We get, we do it like we do it. Did I say what's up to Moody Trayweather? Yeah, okay. So why is it right there?
Shout out to Jarrell Miller, her piece.
Oh my gosh. You talking about the true definition of getting your wig peeled back. The top of that man's head is a whole different color from the rest of his body.
Yeah.
And then he got the hair, the nerve to have. Did you see that little piece of hair that was right in the front of his head?
Yeah.
I'm like, bruh. When I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness, what is happening right now? This man here. How long have he been wearing this hairpiece? He been fooling the world all this time. He not. And then had the nerve. Well, at least he was a good sport about it. Cause what you gonna do? Your shit start flapping around. People see what the hell is going on with this man's head? Yeah, you might well peel it on off and throw it to the crowd. Got people, man.
Yeah, you just gotta own it when it's on that stage. There, you can't even hide that.
Yeah,
exactly. He can't act like Steve Harvey and act like, oh, that's just a lie. Well, if it's just a lie, why you go bald right after Cat Williams told about it? But still, you getting jabbed and it start flapping. when I saw that, I was like, what is going on here? And then I saw I was like, oh man, this man got on a wig. This man got on a hairpiece. A straight up fake ass
Man unit.
Man unit. That whole fight was an indictment too. You go out there and you fight a split decision against Kingsley eBay. Like, come on, bro. That was an opponent that was supposed to be a showcase opponent. And you go out there and go the distance. And not only do you go the distance, you win a split decision. It wasn't supposed to be that close, bro. You supposed to stop that man. So that was just bad for his her day, and it was bad for his resume.
Oh, it was surely a showcase. It was a showcase fight, all right.
Yeah.
It showcased how that glue that he was using wasn't worth a damn.
Yeah, they should have bolted that shit down a little bit better, man.
I couldn't even imagine doing something. Come on, man, for real. You going ball? Just be ball.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Man. So we got Deontay Wilder gonna be facing off against Derek Chisora. And y'all know I like Bomb Squad, but I have my reservations about him fighting Derek Chisora, the Warhorse. Even though Derek been through some he been out there for a minute. I think Deontay might be in trouble with him.
Man, Wilder could get beat by this man.
Wilder the underdog.
Oh, they got him as the underdog too. I even seen him talking about, oh, he might be facing Usyk. I'm like, don't do Usyk like that. Don't do Wilder like that.
I'm about to say that was Usyk saying that shit. He the one that brought that fight up.
Really?
Did nobody ask for him versus Wilder? He the one that started speaking on it. He is terrible. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, he was saying that a long time ago. Remember, he said they asked him what fights he wanted, and he said Joshua Fury and Wilder. So I guess he's sticking to that. That's back when they was somebody, but I guess
but goddamn, he a terrible matchmaker. Like, he done beat Fury. He talking about he want another Fury fight. He even said he want another Joshua fight. Like, how many Joshua fights do we need? You done beat the motherfucker. Yeah,
beat him into a tantrum.
He is a terrible matchmaker.
What do you call that? Quadrilogy? What?
Yeah. Yeah, he a bad matchmaker, man. There's other people that we would like to see him fight. I want to see him fight against Ijit Kabayel. That's the man we want. The body snatcher. And we done seen that he got a little trouble with them body shots, like when he fought against Dubois. Well, let's see him go fight against the best heavyweight body puncher this generation right here. This little crop of heavyweights right here. Kabayel is at the top of that list, and he's stopping motherfuckers, and he been beating some pretty credible guys. So let's see what that shit look like. Yasser said a long time ago, the person to beat him is Kabayel, and I tend to agree with him. Well, maybe not guaranteed to beat him, but I'm saying like he the one that got the best chance to beat him just based on styles make fights.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Usyk want to fight none of them young dudes, man.
How old is I thought Kabayel about 32.
Yeah, but Usyk down there 40.
He about 38.
Oh.
That's it?
But, yeah, I don't want to see him fight no more Joshua and Fury and all that shit, bro. I'm cool with that. You done already proved to be the superior fighter, man. We get it. I got it. Let's see him fight some of them other guys. Otherwise, if you ain't gonna piss, get off the pot.
That part right there. If you really said, why you on the top of the game? Just go and do that. Didn't they strip him of one of his belts or something like that?
I don't know. I'm not calling for him to fight Moses Itama or nothing like that. But if you're gonna stay around, I would like to see him fight the top contenders instead of just focusing in on a couple of guys that you already beat.
You want him to challenge himself a little more than what he putting out to us.
Yeah, he really don't have to do nothing. He can, like you said, he can retire and ride into the sunset. He already had a hell of a career. But if he gonna stay here and he gonna command our attention, he gonna have to give us a reason to tune in. And him fighting Joshua and fighting Fury, I don't think that's gonna move the needle.
No, not at all. Is it Fury got a fight lined up, don't he?
Yeah, he's gonna be fighting against Arslanbek Makhmudov. I think that's kind of interesting though, since he coming off a layoff. Now I know Makhmudov is a big stiff. That's what Yasser call him, a big stiff. I was talking to Napoleon about it. He said this motherfucker ain't got nothing. and he gonna be a showcase fight for Tyson Fury. But Fury is coming off a layoff, and Makhmudov has been around the block a few times. He is 36, so he's a little older, but he right up there in the same age group as Fury. You know what I'm saying? But he done been around in the amateurs. He fought at the World Series of Boxing and all that type of shit. He coming off a little win. He did get stopped by Guido Villanello, and he also got stopped by Iji Kabayel. You know what I'm saying? So his losses did come against some credible guys. Like Guido Villanello, he an Olympian and shit. You know what I'm saying? He can fight. Coming off a layoff and fighting a powerful type of guy like this, I think it's a little danger in this situation. I hope he take him seriously, because I done already seen what happens when Tyson Fury don't take a guy seriously, like when he fought against Francis Ngannou.
Got his wig knocked off.
Yeah,
Well, I love to see Fury lose.
I do too.
That'd be great.
I enjoy seeing him get beat up on.
well, he's the rightful favorite. I think we gotta pick him, but don't be surprised if he get caught with some shit against Makhmudov coming off a layoff.
I can't trust him to be just 100. You know, I feel like he got some snake in him that he just can't let alone.
Well, Wilder said he cheated in 2 out of 3 of their fights, so he might cheat and win, according to Wilder.
Man, Hyphy
Allegedly.
disappeared so fast, I didn't get a chance to announce him. Allegedly. Yeah, you're right. He said, I be praying. See, Eric R. funny. I be praying Keyshawn and his dad be able to reconcile. No, you don't.
You talking about Andy Cruz?
Yeah, I know. That's why I say no, he don't. No, he don't. He don't want them to reconcile. He wants them to go ahead and get it on.
I want Keyshawn versus Murataya. Murataya he already talking about he want to go to 140. He was talking about that shit before the Andy Cruz fight. And they both got that top rank backing behind them and shit. That development, him and Keyshawn. I think that'll be a hell of a motherfucking fight. And I think them the kind of guys that I want to hear Keyshawn call out. I know the Devin Haney shit, that's cool. They got a little history. I wouldn't mind that fight, because he did an interview and he said that Devin Haney used to disrespect him back in the day. He was friends with Shakur, and Shakur bring him around, and Devin Haney be like, who the fuck is this dude, man? This little kid ass motherfucker. Wallow said he tried to son Keyshawn, and Keyshawn then internalized this anger, and he don't like Devin Haney, and he want to beat that motherfucker. So if I don't see a Devin Haney fight, that's a good fight. I would like to see Keyshawn versus Raymond Murataya next.
Ain't that the guy that was calling that was calling out everybody, saying he was coming up to call out everybody? Shakur and Keyshawn?
Yeah.
Okay. But I saw Devin and not Devin. I saw Bill and Keyshawn. I don't know what's gonna come out of it, but I saw them talking about if Keyshawn got this win, that they could fight next. And Keyshawn was like, well, you the promoter, so what we gonna do after this fight? He's like, if you win, we gonna do what we said we was gonna do. So Keyshawn was like, well, we gonna fight. He's like, you promise? So, maybe that is really in the works. Maybe that's really in the works.
That'd be very interesting. That'd be
Very
a good fight.
He said, I keep taking Keyshawn. He said, I keep taking Keyshawn by Davis. What?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about right there, hip hop.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. Most of his knockouts, I read that already. DC paying the price. I'm going to call it a manufacturer. I'm way behind, huh? Would check.
Like you done went backwards and reread.
Yeah, my shit just went the wrong way. Like Floyd used to say, it looks different when you get in the ring. Castro keeps landing that right hand. Kept landing the right hand.
Yeah. And imagine Espinosa landing that right hand. Trouble. I'm trying to tell you right now.
That's that life. That's that life.
No, that's
trouble.
No. That's Dollar Bill on Players Club.
Oh, you sure right. When you make me raise up from this desk here, gonna be trouble. But he also said, "Oh, here come trouble. Here comes in life." But yeah, I feel you are right. You are right. Trouble. Man, I miss that funny ass dude being on the screen making me laugh.
Yeah, everybody fuck with Bernie Mac, man.
Man, this man here. Shit's hot. Say, let me go ahead and take us to some music for a hot second. ladies and gentlemen, coming from the record label Plaques Association, created by our partner and brother, DeCane, we're gonna go ahead and go back to 1975 when the temperature got hot, the players got low, with Little Jonathan and the East Side Gentlemen featuring the complimentary Twins. We'll be right back after this.
Deny, then she fine. Only she can suck it to me one more time. And roll, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. To the window, to the wall, till sweat drop down my balls, till all these bitches fall, till all ski motherfucker, till all ski goddamn, till all ski motherfucker, till all ski goddamn. Shot a crop so fresh, so clean. Guess she forgot that question, been harassing me. In the mind, this bitch is fine. I came to the club about 50 late times. Now can I play with your panty line? She getting crunk in the club, I mean she working. And then I like to see females twerking, taking her clothes off, fucking naked. ATL home, don't disrespect it. 3, 6, 9. Damn, she fine. I'm hoping she can sock it to me one more time and roll. Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. To the window, to the wall, till sweat drop down my balls, till all these bitches crawl, till all ski motherfucker, till all ski goddamn, till all ski motherfucker, till all ski goddamn. You say you getting low, you scared, drop that ass to the floor, you scared. Let me see you getting low, you scared, drop that ass to the floor, you scared. Now stop, then wiggle with it, 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 wiggle with it.
Mic check, y'all niggas still there?
Touch your toes, bounce
Yes.
that ass
Yeah, we still here.
I ain't got quiet all of a sudden.
Get low,
Ain't no music playing?
bend over to the front, touch your toes, bounce
I
that
hear the beat.
ass up and down.
I said that was you singing on that song?
Get low, bend over to the front, touch your
No,
toes.
the DeCane is a super producer now. Super producer.
Get low, get low, get low. Bend over to the front, touch your toes,
Man,
bounce
they
that
disappeared.
ass up and down.
Let me be quiet and they keep going. Get low, get low.
Get low. Oh,
I don't think Trey can hear the music.
3, 6, 9. Damn, she fine.
Hey, I'm going through that again.
Sock it to me one more time and roll. Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. To the window, to the wall, till sweat drop down my balls, till all these bitches crawl, till all ski motherfucker, till all ski goddamn, till all ski motherfucker.
Can you hear it now, bro?
Till all ski
Yeah.
goddamn, till all ski goddamn, till all ski motherfucker, till all ski goddamn. Now I'm twerking a little bit, ladies, but you gotta twerk a little bit harder than that. Now right now I need all the ladies that know they look good tonight. We want y'all to do this shit like this. Now stop, then wiggle with it. Yeah. Now stop, then wiggle with it. Yeah. Now stop, then wiggle with it. Yeah. Now stop, then wiggle with it, wiggle with it. Bend over to the front, touch your toes, bounce that ass up and down. Get low, get low, to see some ass. Bend over to the front, touch your toes, bounce that ass up and down. Get low, get low. We'll stop. Bend over to the front, clap your ass like hands, bounce that ass up and down. Get low, get low, get low. Bend over to the front.
That was a hit, Get Low, from 1975. Little Jonathan and the East Side Gentlemen, featuring the complimentary twins. Chandler Ross said, MZ, where can I get that jam? Well, you can go over to Ducane's channel, and he has a smorgasbord of jams over there that you can sit back, put some in the air if that's what you choose to do, sip on a little something if that's what you choose to do, and just let your mind drift away on hits of yesteryear.
That was Ducane singing.
Nah, that ain't me singing. No.
Oh.
That's AI shit, man.
Yeah. Okay, I've been seeing some of them AI new renditions of old songs.
Yeah, Ducane got a slew of them, man. He got a slew of them. I figured I'll go ahead and feature some of his stuff tonight because I got to show him some love because I done jammed a few of them and I feel quite great about it. So Napoleon Armstrong is in the building. What's up, Napoleon?
What's up, bro? The champ is here. The champ is here. The current motherfucking Champ Ross champion in the building. What's up, bro?
That's right. Ducane had to correct me because I had spoke on the champions from Champ Ross and couldn't remember nobody's name. So Ducane came and saved the day for me, so I wouldn't look crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to Hyphy, but he had popped in. But I see he put in there and said, Brother Shakur would beat the crap. He didn't use the word crap, but y'all know what I mean. Out of Gary Antoine worse than how Julio did. Cuz. Puello. Wait, that's the brother with the afro, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just think he just got caught off guard. You know, I can't say caught off guard because they really a boxing family. He just was the better man that night. I would say that if they fought again, I think Antoine would make a better showing. Get up under those long.
I don't know, man. I think that'll be a tough fight for Shakur, because he's not gonna play chess with him. He's not gonna sit out there and box with that motherfucker. Just like what Ducane was talking about when Brian Norman Jr. fought Devin. He was like, man, you need to get up in there. Well, this dude is the master at getting up in there. That's what he do. He a pit bull up in that bitch. He not about to sit out there and just box the motherfucker. And we saw Shakur Stevenson fight. We saw Shakur Stevenson fight an aggressive southpaw in William Zepeda. And Zepeda did have some success in the fight. It wasn't no one-sided shutout ass whooping or nothing like that. He caught him with some shots. He caught him with some body shots. He even asked Shakur Stevenson daughter time, he almost knocked you out. Gary gonna fight. He gonna get up in that bitch. So I think that'll be a very tough fight, in my opinion.
Word.
Everything got quiet. Shit, I'm about to hit the red button again.
Where LZ go?
Shit, I don't even know where was he at in the chat. Yeah, I don't even know where he was at in the chat. Okay, I found where he was at. Hip Hop said, man, that Cricker will be up Schick's Creek in that fight. I think Pyro facing them next. Crocker. He said Pyro not being that good the last few fights. I think I have to take Pyro over Crocker, though. Who did Crocker beat in the rematch, man? I know he got his ass whooped the first time. Was that Patty Donovan? Patty Donovan was doing pretty damn good in that fight. I don't know what happened in the rematch, but I think Pyro was a better fighter than Patty Donovan. He definitely mentally tougher than Patty Donovan. He might be a little bit smaller, but he got some good skills. He fought at the AIBA World Championships. He done knocked off Matias and all that type of shit. I think that'll be a tough fight for Crocker. Napoleon say full of margaritas right now. Watch out there now, goddamn young punk. I'm scrolling down. I see y'all talking to each other. Eric R said, man, that was PEDs for the emotions. Napoleon said, why this shit sound like a church flow with some devilish lyrics, though? Yeah. John Ross said, I got to put this behind High Noon. You like that High Noon, huh?
Yeah. I was thinking to some things that you said about Shakur with his short arms, right? And his role, just so this out, his road to becoming one of the greatest of all time, as he got it in his head, it's going to be a little more difficult for him now, because I'm thinking about the dimensions of his arms. With a 68-inch reach, he's going to have to his defense and his offense and everything. His mindset might have to change drastically, in order for him to achieve that. Because when you really think about it, Floyd Mayweather has some long arms. Terrence Crawford has long arms, and you know, he looks up to Terrence. And in order to achieve some of the stuff that they achieved, I believe that reach was very detrimental to them. Now, they got boxing minds and they got the athleticism and the agility and everything, but it don't hurt. It don't hurt at all to be punching you 5'9", 5'11", maybe 5'9", 5'7", somewhere around there, with a 6 foot reach, a person with a 6 foot. How am I saying?
A 6 foot man's wingspan.
That's what I'm trying to say. You see, and I think
he said detrimental, but I think he meant instrumental.
It's gonna be instrumental for him to have it, and so he's gonna have to work, I think, extra hard in order to achieve the greatness level that he's looking for. Not taking nothing away from him, but I do. If I have to say that, you know, there would be something that would kind of be a speed bump for him, that's going to be it. That's going to be it.
And this is my thing, because like Andre Ward don't have long arms. Like he like 6 foot tall or something like that, right on the dot. And I think his reach like a 69 or something like that. So he got short reach for a man that's 6 foot tall.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers, man. I might be tripping on the exact numbers, but somebody go to BoxRec and look it up. I know he don't have long arms though.
That could explain that day when you was like, how's this dude getting such leverage on these inside shots? That could be a reason.
Oh yeah, that definitely played a part in it for sure. But he made
71-inch reach.
71 and
at 6 feet.
Yeah, so if he was just had 1-to-1 dimensions, he would be at 72. So that's still short reach for a man his height and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be people that's 6 foot that got a 75-inch reach out there. You know what I'm saying?
But Terrence Crawford got more reach than that, and he's 5'8".
74, I believe.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. So
he can touch his kneecaps standing straight up.
Yeah, but Andre Ward, he made up for it with his meanness though. Like he was able to get on the inside and rough guys up and fuck them up and just wring their ass out like some laundry in that bitch sometime. You know what I'm saying? He was just mean. I just don't know if Shakur got that type of shit off in it. Even we can go to Caleb Plant. Like we know Caleb Plant to be a boxer on the outside and shit, but when he fought against Trevor McCombie was having a little success when he was fighting on the outside. So what Caleb Plant do? He got mean and got on the inside and roughed him up and all that type of shit. There comes a time where that's going to be required. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just not sure if Shakur got that part off in it. And if he was to fight Gary Antoine Russell, out of all the fights he could fight, that's the fight that will worry me the most for him. You know what I'm saying? Because I know this man is unkind in that bitch. And he is not going to sit back there and just fight you from range and make it comfortable. He don't mind taking a couple of shots to get some of his shots off. And yeah, he did lose to Puello, but Puello was tall with long arms. You know what I'm saying? I done seen when you got Southpaw versus Southpaw, that plays a big part in the fight. When you got that taller, rangier guy, you know what I'm saying? And plus, Gary Antoine Russell came off a layoff for that fight. If he don't come off no layoff or nothing and he go in sharp against Shakur, I'm not going to take him. I'm going to pick Shakur to win the fight. But I would be very concerned going into that fight. And I think that'll probably be the toughest fight of his career up to date for sure.
Eric
I
Austin.
don't think Shakur finna fight no real players at 140 though.
So you think he gonna go back down to 135 and make it
He's not
and
finna
make
fight
his
no threats. He just knew he could beat Teofimo, kind of like Crawford knew he could beat Canelo. That's the way I see it.
well, he's young and he got a lot. He got some years ahead of him, so people might start complaining about him hanging around at that weight class. I won't complain. I just say you fight where you fight. It is what it is. Like they was doing Tank. Oh, he should move up so he can fight some better competition. We'll have to see. Like I said, I was surprised to hear his grandpa say it's 16 grandsons that he is training. Shakur just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, his Shakur little cousin fought not that long ago too. I was relatively impressed with the motherfucker, but the Kane said he wasn't impressed with him. That what's his name? Yeah, Lil Quinn Moses.
That just blew my mind when he said he had 16 of them running around. I'm like, dang, this man got if he could pull off anything like Shakur is doing, if he can get all his grandsons lined up like that, that man got a legacy house just ready.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I like about Shakur too. He got one of them linked to the past coaches. You know what I'm saying? His grandfather old school. Ain't no telling what kind of boxing he done seen in his day. But the only thing that made me question him though is like me personally, I wouldn't have made Shakur convert to southpaw. You know what I'm saying? I just me, my opinion. I think he would be even better and more dangerous if he was orthodox with his type of reflexes and shit. And if he was coming back with his power hand from the back end, you know what I'm saying, and have more power on it, I think that shit would have been devastating on motherfuckers. Because like I know he's a good fighter as a southpaw, but when I see him throw that left hand, it just don't look 100% natural to me. I don't see a powerful straight left hand. I see him looping it most of the time. And even though I'm right-handed, I can throw a looping left hand, but I can't throw it straight with power though. That's one reason, like I can look at fighters and I can tell if you're a real southpaw or not. Just how you throwing your punches. I look at Andrade and all the motherfuckers, I can tell you're not throwing powerful straight left hands. You kind of looping the motherfucker. And if he would have just had a better grasp on all them type of punches, I think he would have been even better. And he would have got that as an orthodox fighter, in my opinion.
Huh. I didn't know his grandpa converted him.
Yeah, he really right-handed. And it the way he fights, it does present some strengths from that stance because most of his work is done with the lead hand, and that's his power hand. So when he throwing these jabs and shit, they ain't regular jabs. Those are pretty powerful jabs because they coming from a strong hand. So I will give him that. You know what I'm saying? But just overall, I think he would have been more dangerous as an orthodox fighter. And if you think about it, if you think about all the greatest fighters in the history of boxing, most of them are orthodox. They're a little bit more dangerous because most of the guys that you fighting are gonna be orthodox. So the lanes is open, man. You can put a real stiff jab on the motherfucker. You put the right hand on him. You got the whole punch tree just wide open for you. It's a little bit narrower when you're a southpaw fighting against orthodox fighters.
Huh. That's a piece of knowledge that I really did not. I was not privy to. Shakur with 12-0, Aaron Pryor at 140. Boy, stop it. Agree, Hyphy. Aaron would be forced to stop that wild shit. Okay. Eric also, all these YNs are getting exposed on how they move. They don't want to clean out divisions anymore. They just want to get on TV, pick out the weakest ones, like that Conor being called out. Well, with that Conor being called out, they kind of got a little history going on with that. Eric, remember they was talking crazy prior to the TO fight. They was getting into it, and Shakur was telling Conor being that he would cook him because he started too late. Conor being always talking about how big he is, which I think that's one thing that you need to get out your head. Quit worrying about how big you are. I'm this big. I'm this big. Shit, that was the song that everybody was singing. Well, not everybody, because we didn't sing that song. But that was the song for most people that they were singing with Canelo Crawford. Seeing what happened there. You concentrate on your skills. Your skills is what, as they say, pay the bills. Not how big you are, and pretty much not how strong you are. But those skills, that's what's gonna make the difference.
Yeah, but I will say this though, Conor ain't gonna play chess with him either. He gonna try to get up in that motherfucker. So I think that would make it a little interesting. He ain't gonna just sit back like Tio, man. Conor gonna try to get up in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So that's a fight I wouldn't mind watching. You know,
I think Conor would try to rush him, but that would play so much into Shakur's hand. Because we already said he's a heck of a counter puncher. That'd play right into his hands.
No, fighting a chess match against him is what plays right into his hands. You know about to out chess a chess master, nigga. You got to flip the table over. If you look in the history of boxing, we can look at Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran flipped the motherfucking table over. We can look at Sugar Ray Robinson against Jake LaMotta. Jake LaMotta flipped the motherfucking table over. Adrian Broner against Marcos Maidana. Maidana flipped the motherfucking table. Man, you cannot sit there and fight a chess match against these people. They got too much pedigree. They got too much class. You have to flip the table over. And I feel like Conor Benn is one of them guys that's more willing to flip the table over than a lot of guys.
And I think he's right when he say that Shakur might not have the power to keep him off of him either. So, you know, if he really is that much bigger than Shakur might not have the power. That's why I said Tio should have just jumped on him after that in the opening bell. But you know, maybe he had the power to keep Tio off of him.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. You know, we done heard a lot of fighters always talk about certain fighters don't have no power. Then when they get in there, they don't attack them the way they say they were. And nobody ever asked them. Every once in a while they say, "Well, did you feel his power?" They always want to say, "Oh, he was a lot quicker and he had a little snap on his power." Motherfucker, why was you getting off the ground then?
Yeah.
Why was you looking like you was bewildered after he hit you with that straight? Your eyes and your chest face, your poker face ain't all that when you in the ring. We seen it. You look totally different after that motherfucker start punching you. It changes up when you sit there and you say, "Oh, he can't punch." You know what I'm saying? You ain't ever been in there punching with him. How you know?
Yeah.
So I would look forward to seeing them fight. I would take the baby world beater. I would think I would still say that would be a fight that he would probably surprise people and make them say, "Damn, he done did it again." Went out there and made this dude look easy.
Yeah, I mean, we supposed to take him. Conor Benn got 20-something amateur fights coming out of Australia. I know he's from the UK, but he fought amateur in Australia. Hell yeah, we got to take the baby world beater. Olympic silver medalist, won gold at the AIBA World Championships and all of this shit, of course. But I do think that it'll be a tougher fight than Teofimo was. Definitely.
I would give him that. I would give him that.
The Zepeda fight was he was punching back in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like he was getting out some pretty good work in that fight. So that's a fight right there too that I look at and I'm like, okay, this guy is a superior boxer. He a hell of a fighter and all that kind of shit. But it ain't impossible. You can't get up in there. You know what I'm saying? But he will fight you back too, though. Like when he fought against Zepeda, he stood in the pocket and fought that motherfucker. That made it a good action-packed fight. It was good viewing, you know what I'm saying? But it did show me that you can't get up in there because, like I said, he ain't got them long arms like that. Motherfucker got a 68-inch reach. He ain't like Sugar Ray Robinson and Sugar Ray Leonard and Floyd Mayweather and all the motherfuckers. What's the greatest fighter of all time?
Muhammad Ali?
No, the real GOAT. Sam Langford. Yeah, he ain't got them Sam Langford, nigga. Sam Langford was 5'7" with a 74-inch reach, nigga. He ain't one of them type motherfuckers. He ain't got them long.
I thought you were talking about Henry Armstrong.
He up there too. Henry Armstrong, they have him like at number 3. They have Sam Langford number 1. You know what I'm saying? Sam Langford knocking motherfuckers out from lightweight all the way to heavyweight and fighting the best ones along the way. I'm talking about he was a youngster fighting against Joe Gans and all these type motherfuckers. He was a youngster doing this. Then he go all the way up to heavyweight, fighting against Jack Johnson and all them motherfuckers. He was a 5-time colored heavyweight champion. They consider him to go. And he
That
was
man
also
said-
winning shit like the colored middleweight championship and all that kind of shit. Whooping the shit out of Stanley Ketchel and all the motherfuckers. Sam Langford, they got him number one. I'm talking about the hardcore historians. Number two would be Harry Greb, a man that was 31-9-7 against Hall of Famers. I'm talking about just straight Hall of Famers. He 31-9-7. You know what I'm saying? And he died when he was young. He was about 24, 25 years old when he died. And he already had like 300 fights and shit. He the only person to beat Gene Tunney. You know what I'm saying? Like he did a bunch of shit in the game. So they have him number two. Then they have Henry Armstrong at number three. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, out of 8 weight classes, you got 3 of the belts at the same time. And you could have had a 4th championship, but they robbed him against Seferino Garcia at middleweight. Bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Ray Robinson and all them, they looked up to Henry Armstrong when they was coming up. And then you'll start seeing guys like Jack Britton, Maxie Rosenblum, and all them guys. You also see Sugar Ray Robinson, of course. You'll see Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali is impressive because he's able to be compared against these guys when he only had like 60 fights. These other motherfuckers got 300 fights, but he only got 60, but he's able to be compared to them. So they let you know how great his career was, how dense it was, you know what I'm saying? And plus he participated in some of the biggest fights of all time. Like when he had fought against Joe Frazier the first time for the real championship of the world and all that kind of stuff. To me, he got the best victory in the history of boxing when he went out there and stopped George Foreman in Zaire, the Rumble in the Jungle. You know what I'm saying?
Rumble,
we got a deep history. Yeah, we got a deep history with this boxing shit, man. But a lot of those guys, if you go look at they attributes and you look at their stats and look at the numbers, they got long ass arms in comparison to how tall they are. And that's just the one thing that Shakur don't have. He's 5'8" with a 68-inch reach.
Yeah. All the rest of those guys could reach across the room and touch you.
Exactly.
He got to literally go across the room.
Yeah. Imagine if he had a 74-inch reach like Crawford.
Oh man, stop. With the cat, with all his skills still intact, the cat quick reflexes and all that. Yeah. Oh yeah, he'd be very dangerous.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to go out there and be like, you know what, I can stand this far and I can still touch you and really not worry about something coming back.
Yep. Exactly.
That's
the Southpaw versus Southpaw fights. Like, look how Terrence Crawford's reach served him so well in the Earl Spence fight. You know what I'm saying? He was tearing his ass up with that motherfucking jab. Earl Spence he supposed to have the best jab coming in. He got his ass obliterated with that jab from Crawford with that 74-inch reach behind it.
Yep. 2-inch difference. That 2 inches made a difference.
Yeah.
He said Russell fight would be interesting. I think he threw close to 1,000 punches in this fight with Rayo. He beat him up like he overwhelmed him. Money, LOL.
Like he owed him money. Yeah, that's El Rayo. He fought this past weekend. Southpaw versus Orthodox. He won by decision. I know everybody picked the knockout though. But yeah, that's a fight we won some money on when he went out there and beat El Rayo for the championship. Talking about Gary Antoine Russell. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it would be an interesting fight because like Zepeda threw a lot of punches against Shakur and made it a little interesting. It would be even more interesting if I saw Gary Antoine Russell throwing them type of punches with all that volume and all that pit bull mean shit that he got going on up in that ring. That'll be a very interesting fight, man. I would love to see that fight.
Eric said, going off of it, he said if Gary Antoine Russell had no problems being a buzzsaw versus Boots, Shakur going to look like a buttered biscuit to him.
Yeah, that's a good point too. He was 3-1 against Boots Ennis in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? So you know he got some talent. He went to the Olympics and shit. He did lose. I want to say in the quarterfinals of the Olympics, but don't hold that. Don't hold me to that though. I might be wrong, but I want to say he lost in the quarterfinals of the Olympics. But yeah, he's a talented fighter, man. Very good fighter. Come from a fighting family too.
Yeah. DeCane, this one aimed at you from Hyphy. He said that Shakur will sock up to 140. He said he will sock up to 142. Y'all ain't trying to catch a fade with Newark, New Jersey.
Replace D.
Napoleon Armstrong said T.O. face was battered. I like Kerr at 140, but he said he going back to 135. I like the way he look at 142. But, we can't make the decision for the fighters. All we can do is decide if we want to still follow them, whichever route they go, if they still doing good. So I like the baby world beater. If he go down, he go down. If he stay up, we stay up.
I'll also take Shakur versus Raymond Muratalla at 135. I'll take that. Hell of a fight.
MZ, put the OG back in front of my name. Put some respect on my name. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it no more. You ain't gonna put a Birdman out on me. You right. You the OG, get OG Napoleon Armstrong because he champ.
Yep, because I said if he want to be OG, he got to go win the championships. And he went out there and took it down. So we got to call him OG Napoleon.
He said Hitchison and Stevenson would be would be good, but not for the masses. I still want to see it though. Laughing out loud.
Interesting. Richardson Hitchison got them long ass on. What did he reach? About 74, 73, somewhere off in there. Olympian. The motherfucker that got some solid wins and shit. He didn't look the best against that Lemos motherfucker, but since he fought Lemos, he looking pretty good. I think he got a stoppage over Cambosis, if I'm not mistaken. But he didn't put in some good work, and he done got some confidence about himself. You see how he be talking shit.
Yeah, he got a mouthpiece.
He got a mouthpiece, man. He from New York and all that kind of stuff. He a little bigger than Shakur. That'd be an interesting fight, but like he said, it wouldn't be a fight that would be popular with the masses, though. Because, the chicks dig knockouts, you know what I'm saying? And in this fight, more than likely, you ain't going to get no knockout. It's going to go the distance, you know what I'm saying? But you will see some high-level boxing. I would give the edge to Shakur, of course, baby world beater. And plus, I done seen them kind of stand in front of each other and fuck around a little bit. And it seemed like Shakur had a little bit more dimensions to his game than
Hitchison.
You know what I'm saying? But that'll be a good fight, though. I love to watch it.
You know what? I gotta go ahead and say New York stand up because they really represented, didn't they? They New York talent. Well, not T.O., which they said he's from Florida. Anyway, he's from down there in Gil Cole's neck of the woods. Now maybe he'll stop saying he's from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
He ain't no Brooklyn boy. No dirty Bronx. Or is it dirty Brooklyn or dirty Jersey? Which one is it? The Boogie Down Bronx? I don't know what Brooklyn is.
Yeah, I don't even know either.
Moody Trey, what?
I just see him on the screen talking about T.O. Senior didn't have no game plan.
None at all. And I'm tending to believe that he might have been drunk or hungover because Paul Shakur pulled up a picture on his phone and say, that's him right there in the lobby. And old boy said, he throwing up. Exactly.
But I'm going to say this, man. Whenever I see guys with their pops as a trainer moving forward, I'm probably going to get them motherfuckers a side eye, man, because it seems like once you step up to a certain level, them father trainers be coming up short. Everybody can't be like Floyd Mayweather Sr. around here. You know what I'm saying?
Roger was there too, though.
He was, Roger, that's his uncle and shit. He was a champion and all that kind of shit. He did a good job. But the foundation was laid by Floyd Mayweather Sr. Hell, Floyd Mayweather Sr., he the one that taught Roger how to fight. He was the one that jumped off this boxing shit in the Mayweather family. But most of the fighters, they don't have a father that got that type of knowledge, man. And when they step up in these fights, these motherfuckers coming up short. Can y'all tell me some fathers that's trainers that's been coming with some badass game plans and guiding their sons to some badass accomplishments, especially in the big fights when the rubber really meet the road? Are they coming up on top or are they coming up short?
They coming up short. Just look at the Normans.
Them motherfuckers coming up shorter than leprechauns around this motherfucker. And I'm giving the side eye.
Not the side eye.
Yeah, I'm leery of that shit.
I mean, I didn't know D-Lo 404 boxing was in the conversation. I just got down that far and just saw him. What's up, D-Lo? The voice of reason.
Yeah, he was up in there watching the fights and shit, man. We was off in there kicking it like a motherfucker watching these fights this past weekend.
Yeah, I wish I would have been able to enjoy the whole thing too, but you know how it is. Napoleon Armstrong, so Kerr got just enough power to make them dudes tread carefully, which is sure as victory. T.O. felt that chimpanzee.
Yeah, and that's a good point. Like when we assessing these fighters and stuff, it is a sport. So like you fight to win, but it's also like some entertainment and all that type of shit. So it's like a combination of that, you know what I'm saying? But he definitely has the tools that he needs to be victorious. So I guess we just say just keep on winning, man, and let everything else sort itself out down the line. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You say
Mercado, Tito Mercado. That's hyphy fight.
Will be a violent, fan-friendly fight.
I forgot about that motherfucker, Tito Mercado. Man, where your boy been at, hyphy? I ain't heard nothing from this motherfucker in a long time, man.
Hip Hop number one, the one brought him up. Hyphy ain't even bring him up.
Hyphy ain't even been talking about his boy, huh?
Yeah,
man. Hyphy ain't even been saying nothing about him, man. Yeah, I forgot about Mercado.
Well, we lost DeCane.
Yeah.
They say not gorilla, but chimpanzee.
Shit, that motherfucker T.O. look more like a goddamn monkey than any brother. He looks just like Curious George. Look at the motherfucker.
Dang! Not
tell me he don't look like Curious George. Come on, bro.
Boy, now you saying it, I'm picturing him running from the dude in the yellow suit with the big yellow hat.
Yeah, them big ass ears and shit.
And that big ass nose.
Yeah, he looked just like Curious George, man. Talking about we look like monkeys.
Yeah, he got exactly what he deserved. Shakur had T.O. trying to give us reparations after the fight. To all my brothers and sisters, I'm sorry about slavery.
Yeah. For the culture.
I really didn't want nothing. I really don't want nothing to happen to y'all.
Yeah.
He done whooped an apology out this boy.
After the fight, he was trying to save face, talking about Crawford. Him and Crawford still got to get it on and all that type of shit.
Man,
well, we done seen what Shakur done to you, man. We can already imagine what Crawford will do to you, brother. Go sit down somewhere, man, and heal your wounds, man, and come back with something.
I'll post some salt on that shit.
Yeah.
You say, T.O., I'll take 5 acres, keep the other 35.
Yeah.
He said, whether it be T.O., Roberto Duran, or Henry Armstrong, boy, see, that boy Hyphy just out there just saying everything now.
Put that shit up on the screen. What'd he say?
He said whether it be T.O., Roberto Duran, or Henry Armstrong, it don't matter. Shakur mixes them all up. 12-0.
I mean, he might. He got that type of talent. Roberto Duran, that's tough though, boy. That's one of the motherfucking goats.
That's a real tough one. Even Sugar Ray said because he lost to Duran once.
Yeah, that was at 147. That was at 147.
Yeah.
Duran really known for 135. He one of the greatest 135 pounders of all time. Armstrong up there too. Armstrong was a bad motherfucker. That'll be tough too, man. Armstrong a tough ass fighter, man. He gonna get up in there. He has some of the best instincts in the history of boxing. The way he's slipping all these punches without even looking at his fucking opponent. He's looking at the flow, but he's slipping punches. Like I don't even know how he was doing it. He ain't even looking at the man and he's slipping punches. But yeah, that would be tough. But you know, Shakur do got some great talent. But if he was to fight them type of guys, I don't know, man.
It'd be real tough. It'd be real tough. He said, "Yeah, Trey X, history, never forget it." Yeah, he got that mind like a steel trap. Once it's in there, it's in there.
Nah, unless it's a name, man.
I was gonna say that. If it's somebody's name, he gonna forget it. He worse than just make up a name like I do. Just call him any damn thing.
Yeah, see, I had a concept of what I'm trying to think of, but I just can't remember the name. So it do be up in there. I just can't recall the name and shit. You know what I'm saying? But we done
Yeah.
done so much boxing trivia and all that kind of shit. I better remember some of it. I can't say I remember it like I was when we was doing it all the time, but I remember a little bit of it though.
Yeah. Napoleon Armstrong said Gary Anton Russell can be tamed in 4 rounds. Trust. That's my boy, though.
I don't know, man. That's a tough-minded fighter right there, man. He never say die.
He looked like one of those. He get hit out of the Russells. He got that look that's like, I don't care what's going on. We gonna keep fighting. He just got that look about it.
Yeah, he tough. He a pit bull.
Okay, he said dirty jersey. That's what so I said that right. It is dirty jersey.
Yeah, the dirty jers or some shit like that they call it.
Okay, I know Bronx is boogie down. It's the boogie down Bronx. So what's the other one? It's Jersey, Brooklyn. What's Brooklyn?
And Staten Island and all that shit. And Harlem.
Harlem just Harlem. They just known for. I think they just known for being players or whatever, hustlers. That's Harlem. Staten Island. I know about the island, but I can't. I don't know what Brooklyn is.
I was just naming the Barrows in case they had a nickname for all of them.
Yeah, that's what I was shooting for. My daughter went to New York. I need to go to New York. Me and my wife need to go to New York.
Yeah, Almond Brown there went to New York, I think, last year. Said she had a good time down there.
Okay. He said they said T.O. from Thurman's neighborhood in Florida. I don't know what that is. He just laughing. He said the difference is Floyd Sr. was a pro and he fought kings. Yeah. But not to say that Roger fought. Didn't Roger fight? Roger fought who? Pornell Whitaker, because he pulled his shorts down.
Yeah,
that was so messed up.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite Sweet Pea fights right there. He did some beautiful work in that fight against Roger. But Roger was a killer. He fighting against Julio Cesar Chavez and all them motherfuckers. Rocky Lockridge. You know what I'm saying? He fought some good people, man. He fought way better competition than Floyd Sr. Floyd Sr. did fight Sugar Ray Leonard. You know what I'm saying? That's the best fight he had. But yeah, his resume can't stand up to Roger's though.
Roger was the Mexican killer, wasn't he?
Assassin.
That's it. Same thing, same difference. He said I was going to say Mosley, maybe. I don't know where he's going to put Mosley.
Maybe you talking about against Shakur at 135. That'll be tough. Sugar Shane was knocking motherfuckers out at 135. I think he was like, what was he, like 30-0 with 28 knockouts or 32-0 with 30 knockouts? It was somewhere off in there, man, but he was knocking motherfuckers out at 135, man.
And he got kind of a short arm span, don't he?
I don't know exactly off the top of my head, but just looking at him in the ring, I don't know. I have to look that up, bro. Because when he fought against Oscar De La Hoya, it looked like he was reaching that motherfucker with some up jabs and shit, man. So I would guess he probably got like a 72-inch reach or 71 or something like that. And he was only 5'9", so if he had a 1-to-1 ratio, Leonardo da Vinci's Peruvian man, he had like a 69-inch reach. So anything over 69 is pretty decent.
Yeah. That boy say keep winning and making BFFs with dangerous ones. But I guess he ain't gonna get the...
Keep winning and make best friends with the dangerous people, huh, man?
Marciano is rumored to be considering a move to Zuffa.
Okay, Tito Mercado, man.
What I called him, Marciago?
Yeah. This nigga said Rocky Marciano. Tito Mercado. Man.
Zuffa. So what you think about Zuffa? I think they got I don't think they're gonna be a big name until they get enough in their roster to actually garnish people's eyes to start looking that way.
Well, that first weekend, I ain't think they had a good fight planned out. They had that guy that whooped the shit out of Fernando Vargas' son. that southpaw. I think he from Scotland. I want to say Leon Walsh or some shit like that. I didn't think that was good matchmaking for the first week, but this last fight that they had with Serhii Boachuk versus Raza Butayev, they squabbled like a motherfucker. I really enjoyed that shit. The main thing I don't like about it is that I got to go out my way. Like we
in
got
order to
boxing.
see it.
Yeah, you got the Paramount Plus and shit. Like we got boxing spread out over all these platforms and apps and all that kind of shit. So you just got to go hunting for this shit now. But I really, really enjoyed that Butayev versus, Boachuk fight, man. If they keep that shit rolling like that, that's gonna be some good viewership. But it might be just for the hardcore fans, like how Showbox used to be or how Pro Box TV is today. You know what I'm saying? But I think they got some action to have some good fights if the matchmaker's gonna be putting them type of fights together.
Yeah. And then I heard that they don't have to fight exclusively with Zuffa. They will be able to fight on some of the ring cards as well. So they give them a little more option to play. So that might also be a little luring to some of the stars that's out there running around.
Hey, it might be like some minor league shit, like they fight on that shit, and then once they get enough behind them, they graduate to a Riyadh season card or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if I saw that.
That's a good point. D-Lo404 says, wait, first Eric also said, I can't unsee Curious George. He's still over there picturing this boy looking like Curious George.
Yeah.
Hearns was the only one who ran over Durant. He didn't just overrun him. When he knocked him out, he obliterated that dude.
Yeah, the little paw and jab to the body, then back upstairs with a lightning fast right hand right on the chin, and he fell forward. Like, it's one thing, you see a motherfucker fall back. When you see them fall forward, they don't get up most of the time. You know what I'm saying? It takes a special man to get up when they fall forward flat on their face and shit. I remember I saw Sugar Ray Robinson get caught with a shot and fall forward flat on his face. Then he got up and knocked the motherfucker out. Who the fuck was he fighting? But that just showed me what Sugar Ray Robinson was made of. Now you fall forward on your face and then get up and knock a motherfucker out immediately.
You trying to embarrass me in front of people?
Yeah.
He said, I don't think Shakur fucking with Prime, Chop or Zab.
Put that shit, keep everything on the screen, brothers.
My bad. I'm rolling and read. Crooklyn is Brooklyn. Okay. Brick City is Jersey too. Okay.
I don't know about that, Eric R. He said he don't think Shakur can fuck with Chop or Zab. I don't know, man. Zab was a lot more athletic and shit, but I think Shakur got the better defense. I definitely think he got the better chin. Zab Judah was not known for having a great chin, but he did have great speed. He had great power. I remember when he first pulled up on the scene and he had fought on Friday Night Fights. And he fought this motherfucker. I can't even remember his name off the top of my head, but that dude looked like Superman out there. But Shakur just seemed like a much more like grounded type of fighter and shit. It seemed like he got his head on straight. He more disciplined. It seemed like I could trust him outside of the ring better. He seemed like a gym rat type of guy that just loved to stay in the gym and loved to work on the crowd. He liked to surround himself with other great champions and shit like that. They all motivate each other and iron sharpen iron and all that type of shit. I think I would have to give him the edge over Zab. But Zab could catch him though. That's for damn sure. And I definitely think I got to give him the edge over Chop. You know what I'm saying? Chop was a hell of a fighter in his prime. I ain't gonna take nothing away from him. But I just think that Shakur got a higher ceiling than Chop had. But Chop was tough. He gave Mayweather a tough ass fight. He had like 14 kids that he had to take care of, 7 kids of his own. His brothers, his deceased brothers, 7 kids or something like that. So he had some shit to fight for. You know what I'm saying? And plus, he was going the distance against Ruslan, Provodnikov, and all that type of shit late in his career. I'm talking about he in his 40s down there, 50 going the distance against these motherfuckers. So Chop was very tough, man. I respect Chop, but I have to get an edge to Shakur.
Okay. Let's see. There's another good one up in here. Crooklyn. Brick
Okay, that's
City,
what they call it, Crooklyn.
Brooklyn. I think they call that. Yeah, I think that's what they call Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That's ugly. You know what I'm saying? You go to Brooklyn, you just worried about being surrounded by a bunch of crooks.
Yeah.
Brick City is Jersey.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Derek Bailey say Brooklyn known for robbing motherfuckers.
That was Kurt Sugar from Jersey.
Who?
Kurt Sugar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kurt Sugar from Jersey, man. That's why he loved Marvin Hagler so much. You know, Hagler from out there.
Okay. No, I didn't know that.
Well, he might be from Massachusetts, but I think he fought out of Jersey or some shit like that. But I know he associated with Jersey some kind of way.
Derek Bailey say something like that. Trey 100. I don't know what that is. Ed MZ. When Brother Abdullah gonna stop running from Brother Shakur? I don't think it's a run thing. I think he moving in the way he needs to move at the moment. But that's a fight. That's a good fight. That's a good fight.
I would like to see Shakur versus Lamont Rose Jr., man. Let me get a common opponent so I can make some comparisons a little bit. I know a lot of people say, man, the triangle theory don't mean shit. Shit, I done seen enough evidence that it do mean something. A lot of shit that people think don't mean nothing really do be meaning something. Like when they say the sparring don't mean nothing. Man, do you know how many times I done heard rumors of sparring and I see that shit come to life? Like when they were saying Daniel Dubois was whooping the shit out of Anthony Joshua in sparring.
Yes.
He went in there and whooped his ass. Or even Joe Joyce, he was whooping the shit out of Daniel Dubois in sparring. He went out there and stopped his motherfucking ass in 9 rounds. I done seen this shit too many times. So that triangle theory do mean something. It might not mean like it's not a totality type of thing, like 100%, but you can get a gauge of what level that a guy's on by a common opponent. So I would like to see Shakur versus Lamont Rose Jr. so I can see that. But Tank needs to get his shit together, stop beating these women and dragging them out of clubs and putting his hands around their necks and all this shit. Tighten up out here, man. Square business. Because we talking about a fight. This nigga fighting for his freedom. This nigga need to get right. And Shakur got his head on a lot better. And they got him a little wife and shit, got him a daughter. He with that rapper that was on the rap game with Jermaine Dupri back in the day. Her name is Lyric and shit. He seemed like they got.
Oh, that's who he married?
Home. Yeah.
Whoa. Didn't know that.
Yeah, so it seemed like they got a happy little home over there, man. It seemed like he got his head on a lot straighter than Tank Davis, man. So Tank need to tighten up so we have an opportunity to even see a fight. Because this nigga stay on this path, man, that motherfucker gonna be locked up somewhere.
Well, we can look at some of the background. Shakur do got his grandpa. We did see Shakur have one slip up with that public fight that he had got into wherever they was at when they had that little altercation. But from what I understand, he got his grandfather. I'm wondering what's up with Calvin Ford. I thought Calvin was supposed to be the guy in hand for Tank in situations like that. And if he's supposed to be the guy in hand right now, he's kind of slipping. He's slipping because Tank is getting in too much trouble too often.
It's one thing to have a father, it's another thing to have a father figure. And Calvin, he can only do so much, man. It's not his real father and shit. So he can give his advice and all that kind of stuff, but it's up to Tank to listen and to accept the advice. So I can't put that on Calvin, but he a grown man now. Tank is 30 now.
Yeah, it's time to stop acting foolish.
Yeah, you're 30, bro. You're 30. You're not 20. Let's tighten up around here, man. You don't make money to give it right back. These women, they ain't just letting you fuck them over for free. Nigga, they trying to go take your ass to civil court, nigga, and get up in them pockets. Lawyers, they trying to get up in them pockets. When you make some money, man, it's always some motherfucker trying to take it from you. So protect yourself, man. Tighten up and stop putting yourself in them type of 100% avoidable situations, man. You do not have to be snatching these women up, man. If the woman want to go, let her go. There's other women out here, man. There's plenty of them. There's billions of them. As a matter of fact, women outnumber us. So you got your pick of the litter, man. Just go out there and go get you another one. If she want to go, let her go.
Yeah, this is just quit impregnating them. That would help a lot.
Yeah, I don't even know how many kids he got. I just be reading them stories how he trying to snatch these women up and drag them out the club and all that type of shit.
If she want to be in the club, leave her ass there.
I think she a stripper or something like that already.
Well, then really leave her ass there.
Yeah, nigga, just have you ain't got to be here for a long time, man. Just be here for a good time and keep it moving. That's what we've been we've been doing this shit for years.
Don't be taking them home. Let me see. Napoleon Armstrong said Brownsville is the hardest section of Brooklyn.
Oh, that's where Danny Jacobs from. I'm from Brownsville. Never ran, never will.
What Catskills?
That's in Brooklyn too, ain't it?
Okay. That's where Mike Tyson from there, right?
Yeah.
See, I'm not comparing the Mayweathers with each other. I say the difference between him and the emergence of all these Bill Haney ass P. Diddy fathers. Well, you kind of can't blame Bill so much because as far as right now, his formula for his son has been working. Even when they lost, Bill did not down talk or say anything wrong about his son. He actually got on that bullhorn and started rah-rah and cheering even harder. You know, so you got to respect him for that. But Brian Norman Sr., T.O. Sr., they kind of let down as far as fathers representing for their sons. I don't know what to say about Kid Austin and his dad yet because his dad seems a little overprotective, in my opinion. You know, his son started coughing, he pulled him out of fight.
Yeah.
But as far as Bill, I wouldn't put that jacket on Bill Haney, Eric, or I would let him make it because he's been a stand up, straight, tried and true pops for his son. 100%.
My bad, I'm over here trying to respond to a message and shit.
Do your thing, bro. Do your thing. It ain't making no noise in there. He said, yeah, that was the fight of the weekend. Kalen Walsh card was awful overall.
Yeah, the Kalen Walsh. That's that first Zuffa card.
Yeah. Napoleon Armstrong said even Tubi hosting boxing now.
Yeah, what? I did see that. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't watch the boxing on Tubi, but I did see that Tubi gonna have some fights. I was telling my mom that shit. So to fire up that fire stick so you can watch the fights on Tubi.
Okay, Derek Bailey said Hagler was born in Newark. Okay,
so Hagler was born in Newark. Okay, I knew it was somewhere off in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? But I know we got some ties to like Massachusetts and shit. But yeah, that's why Kurt Sugar loved me so much because they rep New Jersey.
Did you see this fight right here? I ain't even try to pronounce
Alexander Vosdick. That's the dude that went out there and stopped Adonis Stevenson and really retired him. He fucked Stevenson up in that fight. He had came up. He fought for a unified championship against Beterbiev. Then he came off a layoff and shit and fought against David Benavidez, if I'm not mistaken. Either him or Morrell. I think it was Benavidez. He lost by decision, but he just got upset this past weekend fucking around with Hot Rod. That's probably what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's saying.
Did you see the Vosdick fight? Go back.
Yeah.
He said, did you see the Vosdick fight, Trags? I had cashed them 10 points after 10 rounds. Nice body shot, changed the fight for Hot Rod. Still a crazy comeback. Yeah, he went out there and handled his business. I didn't see the fight, but I read about it. Said he was down early, then he came back and stopped him in like the 7th round. So yeah, salute the Hot Rod, man. Go out there and get your paper. He was coming off a long layoff too.
I'm tripping. His character got cartoon gloves on his hands. That's pretty cool. Sugar made Duran say no mas. For that, I can't put him above Kerr.
Well, it was a lot going into that though, because after the first fight, Duran started eating and gaining weight and partying and celebrating and all that kind of shit. Wynn got back to Sugar Ray Leonard. And Sugar Ray Leonard heard about that shit. So he said, you want to go into an immediate rematch. Ain't no sitting around, waiting around, bullshit. I want to get right back in the ring. You ain't disciplined. You want to go over there and eat up every motherfucking thing. You want all the burritos and tacos and chalupas, whatever the fuck you eat. Nigga, we getting back up in this ring right now. And then when they had to fight Sugar Ray Leonard, he didn't stand and scrap with him like he did the first time.
He learned his lesson.
Yeah, he was on the outside and he was doing a bunch of showboating and shucking and jiving and bullshitting and got up in his head and made him say no mas. But he redeemed himself like a motherfucker after that though. Like he was already a bad motherfucker at 135. He lost to Sugar Ray Leonard at 147. What would Keyshawn do against Sugar Ray Leonard at 147? And then after that fight, he went to 154 and he knocked off Davey Moore, the 154-pound champion, and got all his mojo back. When he go home to Panama, they throwing parades for him again. They throwing parties for him again. And then after that, he went up and waited. He fighting motherfuckers. He fighting Hagler. He fighting Thomas Hearns. He fighting all these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yeah.
Keyshawn wish he better hope he have a career like Roberto Duran, even with the no mas. Roberto Duran, one of the greatest of all time. You'll see him in the top 20 on a bunch of lists. And I'm talking about top 20 out of thousands of fighters. He's mentioned in the top 20.
Yeah, he loved.
Yeah, he probably the second greatest lightweight of all time behind Benny Leonard. You probably go Benny Leonard, Roberto Duran, Sweet Pea Whitaker. You have to put Henry Armstrong up in there somewhere too. But he on the list. So yeah, Roberto Duran, bad motherfucker, man.
Oh, we got a correction down the list. I'm gonna pull Jerry Bailey said that Mike Tyson, Riddick Bowe, and Zab all from Brownsville.
Okay.
Hip Hop Number One said Carl was on YouTube. I don't know if it's always like that.
Nah, you can't say that though, bro. You out there in the UK. A lot of the shit that y'all have access to, we don't have access to in the United States.
Oh, they get to watch fights cards on YouTube in the UK. That's
they
messed
whole setup is different. Nigga, we be paying like $60, $70. They paying 20 quid for the motherfucking fight. It done been time Yasser, he'll post some shit like, oh yeah, found the fights on YouTube. Fine. He send the link. I hit that shit and they say it is not available in your country.
Oh, you know what you have to do? Get the VPN. I got a VPN. You turn your VPN on, put it in a different country, and it put you there.
I don't even know what the fuck a VPN is, brother. You talking to Trey X, your boy. You ain't talking to Hyphy and all these motherfuckers, nigga. I don't know what that shit is.
It mask your IP address for your computer, and it'll like when you on there, it'll put you like in Brazil or Canada or any place on the planet that got internet. You could actually have your computer read to other people as if you're there.
Yeah, but it shouldn't take all that, man. Some people like let's say my mom want to watch the fight. My mama don't know shit about no motherfucking VPN number and all that shit. Nigga, she just want to turn it on and watch it. Hey, man, if they gonna have access to the fights, they need to let us have access to the fights. Fights for all. Goddamn. Stop showing favoritism, nigga. We want to watch fights too.
Yeah, that's just how it is, you know, with good old US of A. They gonna figure out a way to screw us because we've been screwing people for so long.
Yeah.
Moody Trayweather say Tank got us short MFs out here looking bad.
Yeah, guys looking bad, man. Yeah, they already be laughing at us and shit because like they be on them pop the balloon shows and shit, and the women be up there talking about, yeah, I like it, but just too motherfucking short.
Yeah.
Them niggas be crashing out and shit up there, you know what I'm saying? They already got us looking bad. And now he crashing out on these women and shit like that. Yeah, man, tighten up out here, man. You know, we short, but we some players, though. You know what I'm saying?
I feel, you know, I can't say nothing about that. You know, I'm off the shelf. And speaking of shelf, they need to have Tank ass off the shelf, off the MF shelf. Shelf is not good for that nigga. Yeah, he need to be busy.
Yeah.
An idle mind is the devil's playground.
Yep.
My mama used to say that all the time.
The devil's workshop, too. That's what they say.
Maybe I misquoted her. Maybe that's what she said. But I know it had something to do with the devil messing up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, him sitting around idle, maybe that's not a good thing for him. But he already spoke to us, and this could play a big part. I fought so I could make money to get out of a situation. And so the desire to teach others and stuff like that may not be there for him. and that could also play a big part in it. But whatever the case may be, he needs to hurry up and find out what the hell it is he needs to do and how, and quick, because it's only so long that you're gonna just keep getting another chance and another chance and another chance. It's only so long that's gonna happen. We're gonna look up and they're gonna be hitting his ass with some time. And we're gonna be like, damn, Tank gone, y'all. Tank gone.
I don't even know how serious he is about boxing no more. He's been talking about retirement and shit for a few years. He might just be ready to get on out the way and get out the spotlight. And y'all can quit talking about him fighting Shakur and all these other motherfuckers he probably don't want to fight.
Well, if that's the case, then go on and do that. Go find you a nice little villa or a nice little apartment or a nice little house, get you a nice plot of land, and stay your ass out there. Shoot at some ducks or some crows or something. Just leave. Yeah. Quit putting your hands on young ladies and running up in the strip club or wherever they at and trying to drag them out. It was bad enough when he was at that basketball game.
Yep.
And he drugged that young lady out of there. Yep. That was a hard. Yeah, we all saw it. You know what I'm saying? You did this on a national stage. So it's about time for you, somebody that he can listen to, or please, bruh, you know, as a young black man, get your shit together.
Me personally, I don't believe in fighters that bring the streets to the fight game. I just don't believe in them niggas. Because that shit just, it look tough, it sound tough, but I done seen it done without requiring all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just rather put my trust in the fighter that got that strong masculine energy, man, that calm energy, and just keep their mind on their business and go out there and handle their business. All that other shit, like when he was talking to what's the Southpaw Errol Spence little fighter? Frank Martin. Yeah, and he talking about how he ain't really from the hood, he from the suburbs and all that. Bro, fuck all of that shit, nigga. Just go out there and fight, man. All that other shit. And then outside the ring, that shit always blow up on them niggas.
Exactly.
Next thing you know, they talking about they got mental health problems and they need to step away from a little while. They thinking about retirement and all this other shit, man. It looks strong in the beginning, but in the end, that shit always is a weakness.
Yeah, because one, you give people ammunition to shoot at you when something go wrong when you bring the hood with you. The hood is where you start at, okay. The hood is what you scrap to get out of, okay. But at some point, you got to leave the hood the fuck where it's at, in the hood. Because the whole idea is to get out of there. Am I correct?
Exactly. The hood is not plus EV. That's expected value. That's not the hood, nigga. The hood is negative EV. Leave that shit where it's at, man.
Right.
Focus on your motherfucking career. Focus on getting better. Get your scalps. Get your money. And get on.
That's right. But you can sit back, cross your legs, raise your grandchildren or your babies or whatever, and be comfortable. But if you keep the hood tagged along with you, you're gonna end up back broke or worse, locked up. Look how many basketball players, not to change it out, but so many basketball players that was doing good couldn't let the hood go. End up broke, in jail, in prison, shit, stuff like that. It's not good for you.
That
leave the hood where it's at.
Yeah, that Ja Morant shit.
Right.
Yeah, leave that shit alone, man.
Because the cats that's not helping you to make the money, they the first ones to fuck up. They the first ones to be out there starting the nonsense. I'm holding it down for you, dog. No, the fuck you ain't. What you're doing is costing me money. You got a lawsuit, and Tank can't even blame it on somebody else. He got to blame it on himself because he's the one at the center of everything every time.
Yeah.
Kilo 404 says, who would y'all take out of Rolly versus Barrios? Well, you already know. I'm going to say, I'm going to ride with Barrio.
I'm going to ride with Rolly, man. I think Rolly too mean for him. Especially this version of Barrios. If you asked me this back in like 2020, something like that, I'd probably go with Barrios. But this Barrios right here, it looks like he on the decline. You going life and death with Jesus Ramos' uncle, Abel Ramos. You out there going life and death with Pacquiao. This motherfucker Pacquiao down there 50 and ain't fought in 3-4 years. I'll take Rolly. He the hotter fighter coming in.
Rolly Rolly had problems with a paw too.
He did, but he a little hotter right now though. He coming off a big win against Ryan Garcia and all that type of shit. And plus, my Ismael Barroso, he was active. He wasn't coming off no 3-year layoff. This motherfucker Pacquiao coming off a 3-4 year layoff, man. Like, come on, bro. And he a little guy. Nah, I'm gonna take Rolly right now.
I'm gonna still say that Barrios was probably just showing Pacquiao some respect, saying I ain't gonna beat you up like that in front of everybody because you know you one of my heroes. But I think he's gonna get it together when it's time for him to get back in the ring. But you know, I take Barrios over Rolly. Trey takes Rolly over Barrio.
Yeah,
say he a little meaner.
Yeah.
He said Briggs is from Brownsville too. Okay, we're getting a lot of history on that those New York places.
Shannon the Cannon.
He messed me up with him and what's his name? The MMA.
Oh, you talking about Rampage?
Yeah, when they was getting into it. Shannon Briggs is one of those kind of guys that could be smiling in your face but saying stuff that just aggravates you to the fullest. And because he know he's strong and he got some squabble in him, that makes it even worse.
Yeah, that's how he was doing Klitschko. Everywhere you go, I go, champ. Eating the man food off his plate and shit. That motherfucker out there trying to surf and all that kind of shit. Shannon Briggs, Rob off the boat, making waves, knock him off the surfboard.
Man, that was funny as heck when I saw him do that. I was like, dang, this dude is really, really serious about agitating and aggravating this dude. Yeah. How you find out what restaurant he was going to be at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For you to walk up and just start eating out his plate. How you find out what restaurant he was going to be at?
Let's go, champ.
Somebody in Klitschko's camp was giving up information.
Yeah, somebody had made a little compilation, little video with all his Let's Go Champ shit. It was player as hell. YouTube be player hating like a motherfucker, man. Why y'all got to player hate so much, YouTube? Let us enjoy something sometime, man. I could have sworn them clips, they fit the fair use policy. Let us have some player shit sometime, man. I hate they made them take that video down. I used to crank that motherfucker up when I be working out and shit all the time. Let's go, champ.
What's crazy is, if, like you just said, if it plays on YouTube, it should be, you know, people should be able to borrow and cut from them. Give them they play on it, you know what I'm saying? But still, why make somebody say, oh, you can't use this? But it's on YouTube.
Yeah, man, they player hated on this shit. It was player. But he had a nice little run with that Let's Go Champ shit. Too bad it didn't turn into no squabbles. But he already an older guy, though. He needs to sit his ass down somewhere anyway. He probably juiced to the gills as it is, too.
Motivational speaker or something like that.
Yeah.
Fundora pulled out due to an alleged injury last time. Not key. But they are the pullout kings.
Yeah.
What happened to Fundora last time? I thought it was Keith. Last time I seen Keith, he was on the video saying that he had popped the ligament on his arm between his bicep.
That motherfucker, they're falling apart out here, man.
I know what that's like. I only got a piece of a ligament holding my arm right. Doctor told me, don't be trying to lift too much stuff, or you gonna hear that motherfucker pop. Last thing I want is that mug to pop.
And you trying to catch a motherfucking mirror, and that's how you hurt your arm.
No, I was carrying the mirror, and when I raised it up, it just broke. And it scissored and hit my arm. And that was the one day out of all the days that I would go to work, no matter how hot it was, I would always have on a jacket. And they were like, man, it's hot. I would always wear a jacket. And that day I had took it off. And it cost me.
You ain't getting no compensation?
Oh, yeah, they compensated the shit out of me.
Okay.
They paid for all my doctor bills and everything. Because, Trey, I'm going to tell you something. when you get a doctor bill or any bill, it's $121,000. I literally, when I looked at that bill, it scared the shit out of me. I was like, God damn. My mind started saying, we ain't gonna never pay this off.
Yeah.
I instantly called the insurance company and said, hey, I got a bill. $120,000. I thought y'all said it. Mr. Wallace, don't even worry about it. That's already paid. But why they send me the bill? They just letting you know what it cost and what happened. I know what happened.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't got to send me how much they charged me. I was laying on the table as the shit was going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, to see that many zeros lined up behind something with a dollar sign on it, it's bad, but it's even worse when at the bottom of the page it say you the one that own.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind to get one of them saying that I won. My daughter told me though, she was like, Dad, be patient because I'm gonna win the lottery one day. I'm like, baby, you need to hurry up because time ticking like a motherfucker. I'm almost to my 120 in 70 more years. 65, somewhere around there. I'll be 120. I won't be able to do nothing then. So we need to go ahead and win right now.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm trying to get back in school.
Yeah.
Getting all the financial aid and all that shit out the way. And I was looking at them numbers with them loans. I was like, God damn, I probably ain't gonna never be able to pay that shit back, man. I was like, man, I might just have to pay for these classes out of my pocket. Paying for that shit.
Look up the grants and stuff too, because the grants are now you don't have to pay those back, and they have a lot of grants.
Come on, brother. You know I got 70 credits or some shit, nigga. I know about all that shit.
Okay, I'm just throwing it out there. You might have to write an essay or two. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some little things that you can do. You can win some of those holes. I'm just throwing it out there. Whatever you do, don't get discouraged. Because we got to go back to school.
Every time I go out there, it's some bullshit. Every single time. It seems like the energy is telling me, like, nigga, don't go to school.
That's why you fight harder.
Be a motherfucking hustler, nigga. You ain't no school, nigga. You a hustler, nigga. Fuck this school shit. Every time I go out there, it's some bullshit. Like, I go to get registered today. Nigga, I can't take no regular classes. I got to take online classes. I am not an online class, nigga. I have never taken an online class. I like to be in the classroom. And plus, I like to be in there with the women and shit, man. Goddamn, I'm a man.
Yeah, but that might be the universe telling you we need to change up some shit. Nah, now you don't need to be in there with women because they'll be all Google-eyed and shit. Oh, Trey X. Fuck all that.
Nigga, that motivates me, nigga. I ain't lying. That motivates me go in there and make a 8. And then they talking about taking anatomy and physiology. I got to take this shit over again. I got to take 1 and 2 over again. They talking about online. Like, nigga, how am I going to learn this shit online? Well, I got to hold the brain and name the parts of the brain and the parts of the heart and all the muscles and all the bones. And nigga, I need to be in the lab, nigga. I need to be in the classroom. I need to be in there with the instructor. I don't need to be online with this bullshit. And then they got me on the wait list, nigga. I got 6 people. I'm number 6. I got 5 people ahead of me. I gotta wait for them to drop the class in order for me to take the class. So I go up there to get registered, and I'm only enrolled in 1 motherfucking class. I'm like, man, I'm about to disrupt my life for 1 class and a possible and a maybe. I'm like, man, that shit that was discouraging. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man, because I was fired up, nigga. I was ready. Because I was supposed to be starting school next month on the 26th. And I thought I was going to be in the classroom, nigga, and we were going to make this shit happen. Now it looked totally different than what I was expecting.
The only thing look different is the layout. The plan still remains the same. We still expect you to do it. You can do this shit. It might be going down a different road. Yeah, some curves might be a little different, but you can still do this. You already got some of the knowledge in your head, so getting back into the groove of it ain't nothing. It's just you're gonna be learning it a different way.
Man, but you can do this motherfucking shit. Laptop, computer, and shit. Man, I would like to be in class. I'm not gonna even lie to you.
I feel it.
Yeah,
I feel that. But you know, shit, sometimes you gotta do it the way it's given. That just mean when you do it, you feel you gonna be like, shit, I did this shit.
yeah. I talked to my uncle. He say she didn't came this far, nigga. Go ahead and roll with it.
There you go. Unc saying the right shit. Go ahead and make this shit happen, bro. Go on, make this shit happen. Nobody trying to. I ain't nobody as far as you know, but I'm just gonna put it out there. Ain't nobody trying to hear no excuses about I can't. You can. The fuck you can.
I can't.
You just don't want to that way.
Yeah, nigga, fuck an online class, and then I gotta be on the wait list for it. Like, nigga, hell nah.
It's
nigga,
worth having. It's worth waiting.
Nigga, that's where I shine at. Fuck an online class. I don't even like computers.
Okay.
Like soon as a computer is involved, my brain just like, nigga, fuck that shit. Nigga, let's go play cards. Let's go find some niggas to break on the dice. Nigga, fuck a computer. That's why I ain't doing YouTube, nigga. If I like computers, I'll have my own channel built up right now.
Well,
I'm old school, my nigga.
I do understand. Technology shit. I understand, but sometimes we gotta take it on the chin. What you want to do, and how can I put this? What you want is what you want, and that's important. The means to get there is different. It's changed up a little bit. But in order to get it, if that's the only avenue that they allowing you or they making available for you to get it, then fuck it, travel that avenue.
Yeah. Hopefully these bitches let me up in this class.
You never know. Something might happen where somebody end up failing out, or they end up transferring to another school and a spot might open up. That's always there. So, you know, don't think that it can't open up, because it's possible that it can. And then you have just what you want, to be sitting in the classroom with the sun coming through the window, a professor up there talking and giving lectures, and you getting a chance to hold a brain and play with a heart and go through all that stuff. I feel you want to be able to do it that way. I really, truly, I do. But right now, don't turn down anything for the educational aspect of it for you to be able to get it. If it's there, go for it. Snatch that shit up.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see, man. Them bitches got me mad, though. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Well, stop being mad.
I gotta be on a wait list for an online class.
That means it's a lot of motherfuckers interested. That's all that means. It's just a lot of people that happen to have an interest in it. And that to me, that should be motivation. Say, you know what? All these motherfuckers here holding me back, making me wait. Once I get in there, I'm gonna show them how it's done.
Now, I like them to know who whooping their ass. This black brother from the east side of Temple, Texas. I like them to know exactly who they dealing with. I am very competitive, brother. I love to be in class, putting my foot in everybody's ass. I'm going in there and I'm getting the highest grade in the class, nigga. I'm not coming for nothing else. And I just don't feel that same burn with this online shit. When I'm in class and they can look me in the face and they see how I look, urban as a motherfucker, tattoos and shit all over the place. Yeah, I'll go out there and whoop your ass in this classroom shit. I love for them to know that. I like representing my people, man. You know what I'm saying? The urban black community. And I just ain't got that same burn. But that don't mean I'm going to drop this shit. I ain't say I was going to quit. But it is annoying as fuck. It is.
I feel you. But you know what? They gonna really respect it when you be when you get your paperwork that say you done completed it and you standing in that place of business and they rolling up in there and then they look and say, look at that urban brother with the tattoos everywhere in here fixing and helping fix people. It's the end game, baby. It's the end game. Not how we get there. It's how we end it.
Yeah. They just sucked all the fun out the goddamn shit. But you know, I've been having dreams and shit about being back in school. You know what I'm saying? So that's
universe telling you something.
Yeah, I wasn't I wasn't online in the damn dream, but I ain't gonna, go over that shit all fucking night.
I understand, bro. I understand. But the Block family and myself, we pulling for you. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but I'm pretty sure I can. But as far as me, I'm really not trying to hear. I understand what you're saying, but I'm really not trying to hear. All I'm waiting for is you saying, "Hey, MZ, I got my shit. I'm in classes." He said, "I'm online, but I'm in class." And they said that they might have something open up where I can start going to classes later. Then I'll be just that much more happy. But shoot, right now, like I said, I was excited when you first brought it up. Ain't nothing changed. I'm still freaking super excited about you getting your chance and going to work at it again. Make that shit happen, bro. Make it happen.
I'm gonna be all right regardless, though. I got more money right now than I ever had in my life. I know this shit sound crazy as a motherfucker. That's what really gave me that's what made me want to go back to school. Let's keep the shit rolling. Go to the next level.
There you go.
But I'm gonna be all right regardless, though. So
gonna be all right, but better is better than all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I say you do it. Niggas drop classes every day.
No, it ain't even dropping class. They got to drop the class before the fucking class even start.
That's possible. I've seen that happen plenty of times. Plenty of times. It ain't like it can't happen now.
6 on the wait list. It ain't like I'm number 1 or number 2. I'm number fucking 6.
And it ain't like 4 or 5 motherfuckers can't fall off just like that.
Man, that shit was frustrating, man. I wanted to go in there and walk out that bitch with a schedule and just get ready to roll. I ain't want to come out that bitch with 1 class and a possible. What the fuck? I ain't motivated for that shit. I ain't gonna even lie. The 1 fucking class I got is World Civilization, a 3-credit class. Like, I'm supposed to get fired up for that shit.
Yeah.
Some shit that I can do in my damn sleep. I'm supposed to get fired up for that. You know what I'm saying? Online at that. Like, come on, man. I like a challenge, my nigga. And
the challenge is for you to do something that you don't like doing. You don't like being able to do it on a computer. You don't like having to take it on a computer. That's the challenge. Open your eyes and see. That is the challenge.
I'm talking about the challenge in the material, brother. That shit there is just some stupid shit to me. Like, why is there even a limit on online enrollments anyway? You know what I'm saying? It's online. Hell, this should be 100 motherfuckers in the class if we want to. The hell, we got to get on a wait list for an online class for. That shit's crazy to me.
I can see that point that you're making. I can see that.
It ain't like they got to grade the damn test and shit by hand. Everything is on the computer. And then it's an online class. They ain't doing no lectures or nothing. Why the hell am I on the wait list? Hell, it should be unlimited access to that shit.
So the professors is not gonna be, because they're not gonna be having them where where y'all interact with them.
Nah, we just gonna be where you go on the website, click on the shit, and they gonna tell you what you need to do. Read these chapters, and we gonna and take these quizzes. And then when it's time to take the test, I gotta go up to the school so they can proctor the test. Ain't no Zoom calls and all that shit. Ain't none of that shit. So I'm like, if I'm gonna do that, just tell me the whole curriculum, let me study it on my own, and then come back and take a final exam. I would like that a lot better, instead of having to report in to this stupid ass website and do these dumbass quizzes and all that type of shit. Like, man, just tell me what I need to know and just tell me where to take the test. You can save all that other shit.
I feel you. That boy, Eric, I'll say, hold the brain, grab a heart, and tickle a titty.
Yeah, I need all that, for real. Nigga, that's part of why I like being in school. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. I like women. I'm like the king, man. I like women. I like to be around women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
I help them, nigga. We gonna tutor all of that there. You know?
See, I hear it in your all of that there. I hear it. I hear that
Yeah,
player
that's
trying to pop
me.
out right now.
A nigga just being ducked off on the computer at the house doing the shit. It ain't the same. Let me get up in there with the women. You know what I'm saying? Square business.
Boy. Oh
I
my
still got
goodness.
I still got a little bit of youth left. I thought I didn't have enough hair to get a taper fade. I go to the barber shop the other day. I tell my nigga, say, what you want? I say, nigga, you said that like I got enough hair for a taper fade. Nigga say, you do. Nigga, all I got to do is cut it down to the waves and shit. Woo, woo, wop. I say, man, I'm going to go ahead and try it out then. My nigga ain't going to get no ball fade this time. That nigga gave me the taper fade, showed me the mirror. Shit, I'm back.
I said, I'm back. I'm back. Oh my gosh, I'm back. Shit,
I'm back. Yeah, and I got the player price. Yeah, and I got the player price. I done went up there. I say, nigga, you got cash out. He say, I ain't got no cash out. I say, damn. I said, all right, man, I got $30 in my wallet, but I have to go to the ATM machine to go get the rest and get your little tip and all that kind of shit. That nigga gave me a little haircut, beard and mustache, trim, all that shit for the $30. I say, man, I'm about to go get the rest of the money. And nigga said, no, don't even worry about it. So he done brought me back from the dead and gave me the player price on the haircut. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a cool barber there. He breathes life into you. See things looking up already. The class is gonna be all right. I'm seeing something here in the chat that's kind of shocking me a little bit. Man, I hope because I haven't watched the All-Star game since Kobe. No, that's not where it's at. Showtime. I'm missing hundreds of millions of dollars. So D-Lo said Floyd is suing Showtime and Espinoza helped Al Heyman steal over $340 million. $340 million. Dang.
Yeah. I ain't surprised though. That motherfucker that done brought in billions.
Damn. That's messed up. Because Floyd was high on Al Heyman. Well, if it happened, I'm gonna be one to say I hope he gets his what's been taken from him.
Yeah, get a restitution or whatever I'm supposed to say.
Get his money.
Yeah.
Because for you to sit at the table with me, and I'm bringing in plenty of food, and you taking food off the table and putting it in a doggy bag up under the table when I ain't looking, it's fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Napoleon Armstrong said, didn't the feds get Calvin Ford? For what this time? I thought he'd already did all the time and was done.
Yeah, I ain't even heard nothing about that.
That's crazy.
Start me lying.
Well, bro, we at 10:48. We started right on time today. I'm gonna go ahead and have you to close us out.
Oh yeah, man. Appreciate you letting me get on the panel and shit like always. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my nigga the Kane was on the panel early and shit. Salute to everybody up in the chat. We back down to 10 fights this week. I asked for 20 fights on the Champ Ross last week, and went out there and got my ass whooped all over the place. Square business without the bonus points. Out of 200 possible points without the bonus, I came in that motherfucking got like 90 of them. I'm below 50%. I'm talking about straight hot garbage. Got unlucky in a few spots and shit, but just was stubborn as hell in some other spots. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we could make a comeback. I went from first to second all the way down to 13 because my last week was so bad. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully I can come back with something. My boy Gil Cole said, nigga, tighten up. Goddamn, you got to be representing for the block, fam. Man, you out there getting your ass drug in the river and all that type of shit. But I ain't gonna talk y'all to death, man. Y'all check the fights out this weekend. Let me just glance real quick so I can call out a fight of the week.
Okay.
Let me see. I ain't seeing that fight of the week. So yeah, I do see it. Nick Ball versus Brandon Figueroa. They gonna go out there and squabble like a motherfucker too, boy. Nick Ball ain't no punk. I call him the wrecking ball. He gonna go out there and fight hard. He got him a win over that Raymond Ford and shit. And we know how Brandon Figueroa get down. He gonna fight like a motherfucker. You gotta outbox him, outclass him. I ain't seen nobody go to him and just straight whoop his ass.
No.
And we already know how UK fighters perform against Mexicans. They normally get their asses whooped. So that's going to be a very interesting fight, man. Y'all check that fight out this weekend. What it's going to be on? It's going to be on DAZN, and that is going to be on Saturday, and most likely it's going to be early in the day because I think it might be in the UK. So y'all check that out. Nick Ball versus Brandon Figueroa. That's the fight of the weekend. And shit, I ain't going to talk you to death, man. I will catch y'all on the next one. Salute.
Before I get up out of here, he said he sounded like Bill Cosby when he said, I'm back. Peace, family, from Derek Bailey. Peace, y'all. It's been real from Moody Trayweather. I'm going to go ahead and close it out, y'all, with Not Like Us hit from 1975. Kenny Duckworth, coming from Black Associations, owned by Decane. Peace, y'all. We out.
No. Walk that photo. Walk, I'ma do my stuff. While you troll like a bitch, ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord, and this probably ain't mine enough. Ain't not like us. They not like us. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 guy. Run for your life. Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homies still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the Mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game. Settlers was using town folk to make them richer. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way, step that way, then step this way, step that way. They not like us. They not like us. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 guy. Run for your life. Let me hear you say, oh, V-ho, oh, V-ho. Say, oh, V-ho, oh, V-ho. Hey, sometimes you gotta pop, 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 pop. Pop out. You gotta pop out and show niggas. Some niggas ain't your colleague. They might look like you, but they colonize us. But all the money, the power, and the fame can't hide them. No, not from a